podcast series documenting the run-up to the World Cup with our friends at 98.1 KMBZ.
And I'm Scott Parks from Dana and Parks. This is about Kansas City, not about soccer. Telling the story of how our town ended up hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes drop every Wednesday starting on March 4th, plus video clips on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ social channels.
Subscribe to Beyond the Pitch KC on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I can't raise my arms, I can't climb stairs, and I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Bob Fesco, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. That's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for that next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on, back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have already been through their game-changing regenerative treatments, and it's all done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. So go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Let's get rid of that pain starting right now. The consultation is totally free. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
Hi, I'm Katie, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. Daydreaming about bringing your engagement ring vision to life? As a jewelry consultant, I'm here to help. Compare ring styles side by side. They're in stock and ready to try on. Then customize it with an engraving or decorative crown. At Shane Company, there are so many ways to create your dream ring at your dream price. Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com, because a friend wants you to get exactly what you want. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
You can never have too many tools. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-volt max power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery kit. Plus, get a free additional DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compounded miter saw. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
You can listen to Burns on Deck Show starting 1 hour before first pitch for all 162 games this season on 96.5 The Fan and the Odyssey app. Get ready for the game with Touch 'Em All and listen for your chance to win Royals tickets during the pitch clock. We are in your car, we are on your phone, and we are free for every Royals game this season. Tune in to Burns on Deck Show 1 hour before first pitch. Right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Welcome into Fesco and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fesco and Dusty Likens.
All right, happy Friday. It's a beautiful morning outside. It is going to be a day today. By the way, Jack Caglione is still hitting the absolute piss out of the baseball.
I got a text from a friend of mine last night. He goes, you realize his batting average and OPS are now higher than Bobby Witt? And my response is, I'm so happy.
Yep.
I am so happy. And I was thinking about this yesterday driving home, and I don't know if this is a hot take or not. We're at this point of the season, I'd rather see Cags dominate than the Royals get a win. Like, I'm to that point now where I want to see this kid just go out there and dominate and see what he can do and just let him go the rest of the way because the numbers are what the numbers are. He's now better than Bobby Witt Jr. when it comes to some of the best categories in baseball, according to the numbers. Analytics!
Yeah, he's insane right now. I mean, hotter than magma. Hitting 279, has an OPS of 807, has a slug of 457, has an OBP of 351. The kid has arrived, whether you like it or not. Now let's see if he'll just hit fourth the rest of his career in Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, let's go.
They moved him up. He hit 2 hits again last night. They lose 4-2, but now a 3-game series against the Astros, which where you're at right now, 28-41, got to sweep the Astros. Can't wait to get out there tonight. I've missed baseball. I don't care if they lose 150 games. I'll still go to every single game I can just because there's just, you know how you have like those things that just kind of get you out of your element?
Yeah,
like,
sure, absolutely, yeah.
I don't care what the product is on the field. It just puts me in my happy place, like a Happy Gilmore scene. Not with like Shooter McGavin with a Gene Simmons face on, kissing Gam Gam, but, where we're at. It's just baseball. But I do want to start the morning off with the take because yesterday was a really good day. Went out to Blue Hills Country Club. Got to play with Drew and Rob and our new buddy, Wags. Last name's Wagner, goes by Wags.
Cool.
Really cool guy. Bought us drinks, had a good time. They got a big event coming up in the end of August with the Corn Ferry Tour, which is where the top 20 people get their tour card. For those of you that follow golf, Cam Smith won that event a couple years back.
Isn't that kind of promotions with us now? Cam Smith, isn't that our
Hey, dude, he was there yesterday. Big Cam.
Cam's the man.
I hit a little flop shot
was
over
Cam burning heaters on the golf course? Please tell me he was.
He was not because we were in the country club. So shout out to him. But
Did you smoke at Mickelson's Country Club?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I hit a shot like over this like bunker, and I just hear Cam from the back goes, dude, you got lucky there. So
he's great.
No, he's fantastic. But we shot some videos out there. We did some fun stuff. Luckily, I have been infected in the golf game. I got the yips yesterday. Worst possible time.
That's not good.
I don't know how to get rid of them. So text line 913-586-7.
Turn on your fire alarm. That'll get rid of them.
7965. I got the yips yesterday. Wags tried to help me out. Couldn't get there. But we'll get more and more into that event as the time goes on. I'd love to have Wags in the studio. I think you'd become best friends with him right away. He's right in the same age group as you. Just a good, solid dude. Had a great time out there at the Blue Hills Country Club. The rough out there, man, is a different animal. I mean, you think the fire alarm going off nonstop gets in your head.
And that's what's going on right now. Our station has had the fire alarm going off for a good hour now.
Yeah, that's why if you see my socials, you'll see Bob out in a lawn chair just
That's why I was tailgating this morning. Yeah, I mean, I really was. I was tailgating out in the parking lot this morning because I rolled up and I'm like, what is going on? It looks like Studio 54 going on. And they were still kind of dark. The sun was just peeking above the horizon, which, by the way, what a great time of the year to be driving into work, right?
It is nice.
This is the best time of year for the time slot that we are in. You're driving in.
It's incredible.
The sun's coming up. The moon's still out. The colors are beautiful. The sky is popping. No, I haven't been in the garage yet. And I'm enjoying the colors. And I come up to the building and strobe lights are just flashing all over the place. And I'm like, man, I guess the Wolf and Jenny and Jagger got in early. They're having their Friday dance party like they always do at 7:45. When I go down there and dance with them. I love dancing with them at 7:45. You'll see it. I'll go down there and dance with those guys.
Nice.
And so I thought, maybe they're getting it on early. And I pull up and I open the door and it's and our whole like lobby is tile, and so it's echoing. And then I went to the bathroom, so I can't really hear anything you guys are saying this morning because my ears are pierced from this fire alarm that's been going off for the last hour in here. So yeah, I got here, I put my stuff down, I went back outside, I sat out in the parking lot for a half hour and watched the sunrise and enjoyed a nice cup of coffee. So there I am. And then these guys roll up and like, what's going on? I'm like, hey, go in and enjoy yourself.
Sounds like Forrest Gump as a child.
That's exactly what
Yo, mama sure wants you in school, boy.
He. I mean, it's just insane what's going on here. So, yeah, I came in at 6 o'clock. The dance party is still going on, though, I think. I still hear the fire alarms in the back. And someone's like, did anybody call anybody? I'm like, well, I don't know. Ken's here, our engineer, so I figured he's got it taken care of.
Yeah, he seems happy.
Yeah, well, you would be happy, too, if you got called out of a slumber to try to turn a fire alarm off, and they're still going.
In case you guys are wondering, the Everblades won in overtime last night, so now that series is 2-1. KC Mavs. They play again tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, so 6:30 tonight to try to get a 3-1 lead. And then last night, the Stanley Cup Finals was kind of tame.
Yeah, tame game last night. Finally, a tame game in the NBA NHL Finals, right?
Yeah. Well, we're still waiting for that NBA one.
I said we had one tame game in all of the finals.
That's
so
right.
far.
Yeah. And so I was thinking about this.
You can't hear me either because of the buzzing in your ears.
I will say this though. I don't know if this is a hot take or an accurate take. Hockey players are the most underrated athletes in the world.
Well, I think you're absolutely right about that. I don't know that anybody would argue that take, and I think the reason they're underrated is because we don't have hockey, and teams and towns that don't have hockey don't appreciate the hockey player. I love the hockey player. Of all the athletes out there that I've ever covered, Dusty, and you would love them too, because all they want to do is drink beer and hang out. I mean, they're the coolest guys that you will ever get. And the best part about hockey players is they know kind of where they are on the ranking scale of athletes in this country, right? They know NBA, NFL, MLB. All those players are pretty popular. They're up there. Hockey players are the salt of the earth type of players. I told the story all the time. Like when TJ Oshie was a rookie in St. Louis, he showed up to a radio remote just to hang out and drink Budweiser with us. And that's when we looked at him. He was 18 years old at the time, sitting across from us at Hot Shots in like Ladue or something like that in St. Louis. Yeah, I wish.
All right,
and he's got a red face because he's young. And my co-host Joe De Niro at the time goes, "Your nickname's Furnace Face." And we had no idea that TJ Oshie would be like the greatest hockey player we'd ever seen. This kid's 18 years old sitting there drinking Budweisers with us as we're doing a radio show. Well, that's a hockey player.
If you think about it, they can skate on ice.
Yeah.
2, they can just
and backwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can move backwards. They can it's effortless.
Mm-hmm.
2, the hockey puck in general and having the hand-eye coordination to do all that. 3, somebody's trying to absolutely destroy you almost every time you have the puck in your stick.
Yep.
And 4, like the accuracy of hitting puck with stick to goal.
Yeah.
And I was watching that game last night, and we were talking on the golf course yesterday. We were talking about the Stanley Cup, the NBA Finals, because my new buddy Wags was like, "Man, I was sitting at the bar after the round of golf yesterday, and the Knicks were like plus 2,400 on the money line in the middle of the third quarter." He goes, "I almost hit it." I go, "But you didn't." He goes,
you didn't.
"I didn't." He goes, "But I almost." I go, "But you didn't." And he goes, "I know, I got it." And he was like, "But how about the Stanley Cup?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. I've been so locked into the Stanley Cup. It's just." It might put me over as a hockey supporter because I don't have a team. Now I hope the Mavs win the Kelly Cup. They're up 2-1. Obviously play again tonight, game 4. But it's like, man, just watching that last night, and even though it was like a tame game and it wasn't like 5-4 double overtime and all that sort of stuff, but like even like the way they come in and out of the box, like they jump over it with like a razor blade you shave your face with. Land and just move right into it effortlessly. And I'm like, man, maybe these are the most underrated athletes because football, you got to be athletic. Obviously, I get it. Baseball, you got to be that way. Golf, I get it. But hockey, man, it's a different breed. And, and just to be able to do that and be effortless with it, I just sat there last night with the Kentucky Mule and just did the whole. Maybe they're the most athletic athlete in the world.
I used to say it was an NBA player, and I still think I would go with NBA because they don't have as many line changes as hockey. But with
Wemby, you got to play 44 minutes when you're up by 30.
Exactly, right.
Matt's still pissed.
Yeah, how about some line changes there? But no, I mean it's like I think NBA players are the best athletes, but what hockey players do, nobody else can do. If that makes sense, right? Like a football player can't go play hockey. A baseball player can't go play hockey. A basketball player can't go play hockey because of what it involves. It's the hardest of the 4 major sports, I think, to try to, glam onto because you got to learn how to skate first. If you can't skate, you can't play the sport. And then you got to learn how to handle the puck with the stick on the skates. And
then you got Chara coming behind you ready to rip your effing head off.
That's exactly right. And it's moving at the speed that you've never seen before. And that's why I tell people all the time, when you go to your first NHL game, you will have a total different appreciation for the way that this sport is played and what these guys do. It is incredible. And again, they're great human beings as well.
Somebody says swimmers. They're up there.
Yeah, they are.
Swimmers for sure.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see somebody do a, backstroke or the butterfly. Like that to me is like the butterfly or whatever they do with it. Like that to me, like the shoulders these dudes and ladies have in swimming, I'm just like, my God.
Yeah, that was your boy's stroke.
It's a great sport.
Yes. That and backstroke.
That and that's why I always thought Michael Phelps' thing was so impressive.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
these are the best athletes in the world, and Michael Phelps is just blowing them out of the water.
destroying
them. Gliding across. I'm just like, I bet nobody in the world could do this at this level.
Watching the best of the best swim is pretty fun, too. I love watching the best of the best at track, too.
Shout out Mark Spitz.
I mean, the swimming is just, it is remarkable. So we got a lot of great athletes in this world, man. And these finals have shown us in both sports how great these athletes are. So I think we get a night off tonight, right? There's no hockey, there's no basketball tonight. And then we get the Knicks clinching tomorrow in San Antonio.
Night off from the finals, but hey, the night begins. World Cup, baby. Let's
USA,
go.
Interesting about the World Cup. Maloney texted me this morning. He goes, there were more people at Maloney's last night asking for Stanley Cup than they were for the World Cup. And I'm like, well, that's because soccer isn't our sport, and we weren't playing last night
South
either.
Korea and Czech, yeah.
Some dude in the crowd, though, got blasted in the face by South Korea's midfielder. They went for a kick.
I did
went
see
over.
this.
Did you see
Yes.
that? It was in the second row.
Really?
Dude, right on the schnoz.
Ah, man.
Right in the schnoz.
Do you get to keep the ball?
If he could find it, it hit his face and
ricocheted. It just ricocheted all over the
place.
place.
He's probably seeing triple, double, quadruple. I don't know what
him
it was.
and Lugo both getting knocked in the noggin, right? I mean, God.
Almost as in target as that guy who threw the cone 10 feet up in the
That's
air in New York City right on his head.
Oh, dude.
He threw the cone, he throws it up 10 feet in the air behind him, and just a random guy standing right over the
way.
Oh, it's great.
Really?
And it's literally, it's not AI.
Oh, my God. That's fantastic.
Yeah, here you go.
How do we know it's not? Oh, yeah, just like that. Oh, yeah.
Landed. Cone toss.
You couldn't do that again, ever.
You don't have to.
No, you don't, but ever do that again.
Also, the College World Series is underway tonight. Rocco's Bar is already popping.
Yeah.
West Virginia, 490 Jello shots bought.
Little disappointed in West Virginia.
Troy, 87. Georgia 55, North Carolina 51, Texas 19, Alabama 6, Oklahoma 5. And then there's Ole Miss 1,437.
That's right. That's right. There are 1,000 more than country roads like West Virginia.
Boys and ladies can sure do some Jello shots.
I mean, what has less going on though, Mississippi or West Virginia, right? Both really don't have a lot going on. So
but Oxford, it's
a drinking town.
That's all there
but
is.
So is Morgantown. That's all there is. Burning couches and drinking. That's all they do in West Virginia.
And they take you home down country roads.
Yes, they do. But
Mountain Mama. What is a mountain mama?
Well, you know what that is. It's a woman who lives in the mountains.
I know that I'm
That's
hard.
A mom. It's right there in the name.
Well, I didn't know if that
Mama.
was like a innuendo or something like that.
I don't know.
I always
like Mrs. Robinson. I thought that was just a lady.
Oh no, that was Mrs. Robinson.
And then I watched
he slept with her.
I watched American Pie recently, and when Finch is talking to Stifler's mom, that song's in the background.
Yeah.
Are you coming on to me, Finch? Yes, ma'am, I am.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know.
That makes sense why my buddy's mom sent me that one time when I was 18.
So can I be your Mrs. Robinson? Did you take her up on it?
She goes, have you ever heard this song before? And I was like, no, is it the Beatles? She goes, it is. I was like, oh.
It's not, though.
No, it's not the Beatles. It didn't matter what I said in response. Coming up next, somebody else got an extension. Plus, it's good to see some personality from the young kids on the Chiefs here on 96.5 The Fan. You're on for Kansas City Sports.
Fesco and Dusty.
Terry Hardy's is closed. Well, that dog.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you something. Performance does matter in those intimate moments, so you don't want to let ED get in the way. And the truth is, most men don't have to live with it anymore. And you may be surprised by how the right treatment can improve your love life. Heartland Men's Health delivers advanced medical science and proven therapies to treat erectile dysfunction. Guys, remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? You probably just laughed it off and thought it wasn't a big deal. But then it happened again and again and again. And now you know it is a problem. Heartland Men's Health uses advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond the pills. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. And some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men right here in Kansas City. So call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TNPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. They have expert staff available, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts in America. And this Father's Day, you'll get a little something extra for dear old dad. Stop by Booth Creek Wagyu at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf and receive the ultimate Father's Day grill package when you spend over $299. That's a Booth Creek grill spatula, meat mitch, and Booth Creek seasonings, and even a pair of customized barbecue socks, all free with minimum purchase. Get Dad what he really wants. Available now at both Booth Creek Wagyu locations.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2 up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Let's say you put your money on Leo Messi in Argentina. They go up 2 early in the first half. Well, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you will instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Ronaldo in Portugal, you like Harry Kane in England, whoever it may be, don't miss your shot at an early win with 2 up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. Regardless of the final outcome of the match, make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. Please gamble responsibly.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I built this business the old-fashioned way. Hard work and a whole lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, about that, I upgraded us to Odoo. Odoo puts everything we need, sales, inventory, accounting, on one connected platform. No more juggling systems, no more headaches.
So it all works together?
Exactly.
Odoo is the all-in-one business software that makes running and passing on a business easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
If the high cost of filling up is weighing you down, lighten your load at Hy-Vee. This Saturday and Sunday, get a 30-cent per gallon fuel discount with every $60 purchase. Stock up on groceries and stack up the fuel savings. Earn 30 cents per gallon with your $60 purchase. 60 cents per gallon with a $120 purchase. The more you spend, the more you'll save. Your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss the 2-day Fuel Saver event this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
Soccer Fever is in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is your headquarters for official merchandise, apparel, tailgate, and watch party needs. And Hy-Vee makes game day so easy. They have ready-to-go wings, pizza, party trays, charcuterie, and, of course, all those delicious sweet treats. If you're planning a cookout, great. Hy-Vee's special recipe brats, burgers, and steaks are the best. Check out their match day meat bundle for only $30. And don't forget about Hy-Vee's wine and spirits department. For all of your game day needs, count on Hy-Vee.
Shawnee Mission Ford, on a mission to do more. Visit our inventory at ShawneeMissionFord.com.
Ford just announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay, and you still get the rebates and incentives offered by Ford, along with top trade value from Shawnee Mission Ford. American value for American values. Shawnee Mission Ford, on a mission to do more in 26.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information.
This is Michael Waka from the Kansas City Royals, and you're listening to 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Don't crash out on me, Bob. We got another 3 hours and 40 minutes left.
I know. I'm going to try to keep going through the piercing alarm that's in my ears all morning long.
Don't crash out.
I'll be all right. Hey, I want to give a couple of shout-outs this morning. First and foremost, let me give one to Raj in the Ozarks. He was reffing Summer League basketball yesterday. Ran into a buddy of mine and said how much he loves the show and loves all of us. So we want to shout out Raj in the Ozarks this morning. Way to go, Raj. Thanks for reffing those kids' games as well. And I think that's awesome of you to do that. Because there's not many people that are doing that these days, so I appreciate every referee and official we have out there. And the other one, and I talked to you guys about Fitzroy from the Westin and Sheridan on Monday. I went to his retirement party yesterday at the Sheridan, and it was unbelievable. And this is an unbelievable, amazing human being. And how many people showed up for his retirement party? Cliff Illig, the CEO, former founder of Cerner, wrote a letter to tell you how great this guy Fitzroy was for all of the years. Gave him 2 tickets to the World Cup for his retirement. Right? Dang. How cool is that, right? So he got 2 World Cup tickets yesterday. 42 years of being somebody that works in hospitality can't be an easy task. You're dealing with people every single day. And he said a couple of things at his retirement party that I think are very important for everybody to understand. He said, I treated every single person as a VIP. Every single person that I came in contact with, I treated as a VIP. It didn't matter if you spent $10 or $150. I treated everybody the same as a VIP because they were there at the hotel, and they deserved all of that. Yes. I'm like, that's a great way to live. And then he said, the best piece of advice I have for you, he said, when I was, going through some stuff for retirement, I found this letter from my son when he was 6 years old, and he wrote this letter and said, I love playing catch with you and all this kind of stuff. And, he goes, then I got promoted to a different position, and I couldn't play with my kid as much and see him as much at sports and everything. He goes, the one piece of advice that I have for everybody today, and I love this, go watch your kid play sports. And I think that is such an important piece of advice for parents out there everywhere. And Mac, I'm sure at some point, once you get married, you'll be a new parent as well. The most important thing you can do is be there for your kid, regardless of what your job is and regardless of what you're doing. You be there for your kid. And Fitzroy talked about that. And I started crying for that because that's been my mindset with my children. I'm not letting anything get in the way of being at something for my kids because of how important it is and the impact that my parents had on me. And I still joke with them. They missed 1 swim meet in my entire life of sporting events, whether it was soccer, baseball, football. It didn't matter. They missed 1 swim meet. And I still tell them to this day, you missed that swim meet in Patterson, New Jersey. I don't know why you weren't there for that, And so it's funny how those things, stick with you. And so I've always said I'm at everything for my children. Yeah. And he said that yesterday, and I'm like, that is the most important advice. Being a dad, being a husband, being a father, those are the most important things you can do as a male, and being there for your kids is so important. And to hear him say that, the impact that had on him, just an extremely wonderful human being. And he's moving to Florida next week. He's going to the World Cup game on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then boom, down to Florida. See you later. He grew up in Jamaica. He goes, I want to go see my family. I want to be closer to them. So he's going to Florida. Heck yeah. And going to enjoy retirement. So Fitzroy, tip of the cap to you, my man. Great retirement party yesterday for a great human being. It was awesome.
That's fantastic.
So I was telling Mac this morning, my stepdad, who listens to us every day, he's like a, how do I say this? He's basically a computer engineer for Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Yeah. And he's like, well, damn it, I had to get Twitter. I said, okay, please explain.
Had to. It's 2026, right?
Come on, man. He's not into medias and stuff like that. And he goes, you guys talked about this Freddie guy.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. He goes, so I had to look it up, got on Twitter, started following him. He goes, I love watching foreigners from out of country come here for the first time and see how they experience it.
I do too. I said the same thing to you yesterday.
I was like, I'm glad that you always listen, but I'm glad that you're following this guy because he's great and he just doesn't stop.
Ross, I don't know if he flew in. Where did he fly into? Florida, driving to Houston, I believe, something like that. He stayed in Fairhope, Alabama last night. He's been at Bass Pro Shop today. He's been to, I believe, Buc-ee's, and he's documented it all on Twitter. So if you go to Twitter or X, you look him up at Freddie LA7. So FREDDY LA7. Freddie LA7. But anyways, he's become an Ellis fella. He's become a huge fan of Ella Langley, and he shared on his X account last night 2 different occasions that he was listening to WXDM. And Ella Langley was on. So thank you for listening, Freddie. Hopefully you enjoy some Ella. Glad you discovered Ella and became an Ella fella like all of us. Now check him out. He's got some awesome posts up there. Ella, Morgan Wallen now on WXDM.
You love to see it. He's captivated the entire United States. He's been here for 15 minutes.
Yep.
And I think we're all Ella fellas.
Yeah, I told my wife last night I'm an Ella fella, but she's coming next week here to the Independence Event Center, and so the girls are going.
The price of those tickets?
No, what are they at now? Are they World Cup like prices or?
Last I checked, they were like $400.
Oh my God! To go see Ella Langley, Jen, sell those tickets. We need the cash with the car accident.
I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they're insanely expensive. Wow. Or if you got them a long time ago, I think they've gone up since.
Of course, they bought them when they went on sale or whatever.
She'll probably be Artist of the Year, and she's hot right now. She's slamming the charts, and she's got Freddie from Germany who's coming over to America and hearing her and being kind of like this Ella Langley.
Yeah, I love her.
She's awesome.
She's fantastic, and he's been the best thing on this Twitter app that I have seen in such a long time. And I've been telling a lot of people,
He went to
Bass Pro yesterday. He goes, "Oh my God, look at this place!" Watching this guy experience America. It really is a good reset because, look, for the last, I don't know how long it's been, everybody in this country's been at each other, and we feel like everybody hates us around the world. Fire alarms are going off, potholes in the parking lot, pets are falling off, all of that kind of stuff. Heads, pets, fine, whatever. It works too.
Explains it perfectly.
Heads, pets are falling off. There was a guy I used to work with, had a big head. We called him Head all the time. What the hell was that?
Called him Head?
Yeah, because his head was so huge. It was large, this giant melon sitting on top. Biggest head I've ever seen was Jonathan Ogden. When I told him that at the Super Bowl, I looked at him one year. You got the biggest head I've ever seen. He started laughing. Yeah, no, he's like, whatever. But where were we going with this? Ella Langley, this guy on Twitter, and I think what he's doing is if you are down on this country, right, and you're down on America for whatever reason. Follow this guy. And there's a lot of people that are coming in from out of the country that are tweeting and reminding us how great a country this really is, right? We all get down. We all get upset. We all get in our way with everything in life. It's just not about the country or a baseball team or a football team or whatever. We get that tunnel vision, and we truly sometimes forget how great life is. It's like I was listening to some of the reaction to the Knicks game yesterday, and the people in New York sound a lot like me. They're like, enjoy this moment. We don't ever know if we're going to get it back again. Enjoy this moment. And a lot of times we don't spend enough time enjoying the moment. We spend so much time nitpicking what's wrong instead of enjoying what is right and what is great. And seeing these folks come in from out of the country and experiencing America for the first time is so refreshing and so fun to see that, foreigners are coming here and they are loving the hell out of what we have over here in the United States because it is so different. And both of you guys have been out of the country. Nothing is like the United States of America. Nothing is like a place like Walmart where you go buy a chicken sandwich or a place like Buc-ee's. These things don't exist anywhere else in the world. And everybody that's coming here to the United States is having the time of their life experiencing the nonsensical stuff that we have over here.
I'd like to know what his weight was before he came to America.
So I saw a good one yesterday that I sent to my family, Fred. It says, when you go to Europe, you feel great, you come back, you're reset, you're energized, you lost weight. All these people going back to Europe are going to have the freshman 15.
100%.
Yeah,
2 months here.
He's already smashed Chipotle, Buc-ee's, Walmart chicken sandwich, Bass Pro, Freddy's. He went there.
He need to go to Freddy's. Yeah.
The thing is, he can do that because he'll go back and eat all that good food and walk everywhere and lose it in 2 months.
Yeah,
so, he can.
Exactly. He can do that.
Yeah.
Here,
no, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And he will be in our neck of the woods in July.
Yes.
Okay.
So he'll be up here in July. Max already reached out. So
have you heard back from him at all?
He has over 400,000 followers now. He's
nuts,
exploded on the internet. So he's
He does listen to local radio whenever he's driving, though. Hopefully he'll be driving here, listen to us, and want to call in or something. I've DM'd him, obviously quote tweeted his tweet yesterday. I saw you've done the same.
I quote tweeted his tweet, hey, come on our KC radio show. It may be the highest interacted tweet that I've had in years with how many people are interacting with that tweet. Let me look at it right now because it was insane, the amount of people that were like retweeting and wanting to get this guy on. He's become this cult hero that is out there right now that everybody like universally just loves this guy. There's nobody saying anything negative. 58,000 impressions. My tweet of, hey, Freddie, we'd love to have you on our KC radio show.
America.
But this guy is like the superhero. They've got to do something with him at the World Cup and feature this guy.
Retweet your own tweet and see if it'll get some more traction because I'd love to have this guy's story on because it is kind of captivating to see this, how like, I don't know, I would assume that like if someone saw my stories from Jamaica that were local, they'd be like, yeah, dude, that's what the water looks like every day. I'm like, well, I've never seen water this blue in my life.
Right.
I've been in Jamaica twice, and I still get mesmerized by how beautiful the water is. I'm like, oh, man, you go to the guy and get the jerk chicken, and you're like, this is so good. He's like, yeah, man.
It's normal.
Like, yeah, but we have this in America, but we don't have this in America.
Right.
But no, it is fun to watch that when it comes to his story. But what's fun to watch is obviously we saw the Kansas City Chiefs in the draft this year go pretty heavy defense. And two of those guys were Peter Woods and Mansour Delane. And you love to see, obviously the talent on the field or the potential, what you can see, but you also love to see personality shine.
Yeah, this is before you play it, Dusty, just so you know, people are following. This is a trend online right now, if people haven't seen it, and it's you saying a phrase, and this phrase is they're doing wow, okay, and then they say it in 5 different ways. So they're doing supportive, disappointed, then sarcastic, flirty, then angry, and saying that same statement in 5 different ways. All right, there's the context.
Here is the audio.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Flirty. Put that words on them, P words. I feel like I gotta sit up like. Wow. Okay. Low-key kill. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. I was supposed to say okay. My bad. I really got mad for a second. I'm trying to get clear. Wow. Okay. You look disappointed, cuz. Yeah. Like when you did something your dad mad at you.
When you saw the car accident, what was your wow okay?
I was probably like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
matter of fact.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's amazing how many people I've talked to since my daughter got into that accident on Tuesday that have been in accidents at either 15 or 16 years old. Literally everybody, And so I told her, I said, I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. I mean, what am I going to get angry about? It happens. I mean, it is what it is, right? And so I was like, all right, wow, okay. I mean, what are we going to do? We got to move on. And my wife's not handling it well. I can tell you that right now. I mean, it's been more difficult for her than I ever thought it would be. My daughter's fine now. I mean, she's a kid. She's malleable. They move on, right? But my wife's having more of an issue with it than I am. Like I should have called her. I would have. I'm like, we got to stop.
Yeah, we got to move on.
We got to move on. It's a car accident. It's a car. Everybody's fine.
And everyone's fine.
It's no big deal. And she hit a 2003 Celica. And she had a 2004 Focus. It was like, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be fine with that. But I was like, oh wow, okay. What are you gonna do?
This one makes me go, wow. Okay. Breaking, Broncos have given Sean Payton a massive new contract as he is extended until 2029 or 2030. 2030. I guess he's earned his keep, you could say. I mean, he went to the playoffs in back-to-back years after being absolutely abysmal since the Peyton Manning era ended. And now they've given him an extension, and it's Sean Payton there until 2020 or 2030.
Yeah, I think he deserves that. Who do you think coaches longer with their team, Andy Reid or Sean Payton? I know Reid expires in 29. I don't care about that. If he wants to continue to coach and they're winning, he's going to continue to coach. Who do you think is going to have the longer run with their franchise moving forward? Is it going to be Sean Payton or is it going to be Andy Reid? The odds would tell you Sean Payton, right? But there are no guarantees that the Denver Broncos are as good moving forward as they were last year, playing a little bit of a lesser schedule, obviously. They were the up-and-comers. Nobody knew that they were going to be the good team, so nobody took them seriously. Now they're going to face better competition from every opponent on their schedule because they're a top team. You want to beat a top team. I mean, you even heard Chris Jones the other day go, I wish they would have won the Super Bowl to keep the AFC West strong. I'm like, what are you doing there?
Get that from him. That was weird.
Didn't make much sense to me, but now they're on the radar for everybody is where I'm getting at. So they're going to face better competition from teams because people view them as kind of their Super Bowl, So, I mean, it's interesting to see what could potentially happen because if the Chiefs pick up this second round of the Patrick Mahomes era and they continue to win like they did the first round, Andy Reid may not go anywhere for the next 10 years. And if Denver takes a seat on the toilet and starts to have diarrhea, they may run Sean Payton out of town sooner rather than later. So both of these guys are kind of tied together. It's going to be interesting to see who lasts longer. I think it probably will be Sean Payton just based on age, but there's no guarantees in the NFL that that's going to happen.
Man, if Andy Reid's still a head coach in 10 years, that would be
right.
He would be the greatest coach of all time. Yeah, that would be the greatest coach of all time.
And I don't think he is. Look,
No.
Once he gets another Super Bowl probably and passes, I think Don Shula for wins most all time, which he is closing in on, but he's not exactly close where he's going to do it in the next 1 or 2 years. I think then Andy Reid probably does go off into the sunset.
I don't really know how to describe the take of when Andy Reid hangs it up. I mean, I literally think he would do it until he's not able to breathe air in his lungs on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dusty.
And I think that he's one of the rare people that have had such a super supportive, long-lasting relationship that you hear a lot of these guys that when they do it for a long time, it's like, let's take Aaron Donald for a reference, right? His wife comes out on Twitter and says, "Yeah, not happening," right? Like Andy probably never has to go up to Tammy and be like, "You want me to call it quits?" And she'll just be like, "Whenever you're ready."
She don't want him around the house. Ask any wife, right?
So it's just kind of one of those things where I don't know when he calls it quits because I think it would have to be one of those things where he'd have to get fired in order for him to just kind of be like, okay, that hurt too much to where I just don't want to get back into it. But I just don't see him getting fired. Now, obviously, if they go 5-12 and he doesn't adjust, and then it's one of those. And even then, I think it would be I think there'd be a press release. It'd be the Chiefs and Andy Reid mutually agree to part ways.
It would be a retirement, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it would be one of those sort of things because it doesn't really piss people off in upper management. I don't think it ever got ugly with him in upper management in Philadelphia because he was upper management.
Right.
It was more so the fan base and you got to give the people in Philly what they want. That's just how they're designed.
That's what it is, right?
But man, I would think Peyton would coach longer just by age.
Yeah. But there's no guarantees of that.
But yeah, I don't know. We've seen Andy Reid buck some trends. We need to see him buck one this year if you want to see him
biggest
win a Super
trend.
Bowl.
Yeah.
68 years old, oldest coach ever to win a Super Bowl. If he can
he's
get it
trending
done this
down.
year.
Sean Payton is currently trending upwards.
How old is Sean Payton?
62.
Oh, he
He
is that old. Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
So he's
but 6 years in the NFL as a coach, that is an eternity.
And remember, he had a couple of years off. Andy has not had a year off
exactly.
ever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Andy has really been going since, you look back at the UTEP days with him and Tobe and those short shorts down at UTEP. I mean, these guys have been going and going. I don't think Andy has ever taken a year off. When he got fired by Philly, he was here 2 days later. There was never, a break and all that. Sean Payton has had some time off. Dick Vermeil had the time off. A lot of these coaches take some time off. Andy Reid has been going at this thing and coaching football guys since before probably I was born, and not having a year off or time off or just a moment to unwind. Eventually it wears on you, I would imagine. And so he just seems like the guy, though, that is just going to keep going regardless. He doesn't care. He loves it that much.
There was a trade yesterday that the Chiefs made, plus there's a new Christmas gift for Patrick Mahomes hitting the shelves soon here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fesco.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from those makers of Surfside, something new is hitting the shelves this summer. Introducing Super Light, the new vodka plus 8 can cocktail. Inspired by classic sports drink flavors, Super Light comes in 4 delicious flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and my favorite, the blue chill. With only 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for the summer. Whether you're on the greens and making those putts, shooting hoops with your friends, or soak up the sun at a baseball game, Super Light is here to fuel the moment.
As world soccer hits the big stage, take the field with Fanatics Sportsbook. It's built for fans who want more from their bet. This summer, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every moment count with 10 100% profit boosts over the first 10 tournament days. That's 1 profit boost per game day. So every time the world's best hits the pitch, you've got a chance to double your winnings. And every goal, every save, every result means more. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
Community Blood Center is teaming up with the Kansas City Royals for our annual Royals Weeks. Now through June 14th, help keep our blood supply strong ahead of these critical summer months. Join us to donate blood and receive 2 tickets to a select Royals home game this season. With a single donation, you could be the reason up to 3 people get out of the hospital and into the stands this summer. Schedule your donation today at savealifenow.org or call 877-468-6844.
AC service shouldn't be a hassle. That's why KC calls on KB Complete for all their cooling needs. For over 30 years, whether it's an AC repair, replacement, or maintenance, no job is too big or too small. From start to KB Complete, we believe in honest work, real results, and the kind of care that makes a difference. Call KB Complete at 913-730-5111 or visit kbcomplete.com today.
Your job's not done until it's KB Complete.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a data analyst.
Hey, what model did you use for these quarterly projections?
Astrology. If Mercury's in retrograde, sales tank. If Venus is rising, we crush Q4.
You built our revenue forecast off horoscopes?
Yeah, the Zodiac never lies.
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match results bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in Ontario, Pennsylvania, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. New and existing customer offer, subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel, must be present in a state where it's legal to wager.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I went to Staples for a custom printed graduation banner and invites and saw that Party City is now at Staples.
Wait, what?
Party City is now at Staples.
So now Staples has balloons?
Yep.
Decorations?
Yes.
Streamers, cups, table covers?
Yep, Staples has everything for a party. And now buy 2 get 1 free on select foil balloons.
Holy confetti! So the best party started at Staples.
That was easy.
In 613 select stores, exclusions apply. In-store or buy online. Pick up in-store only.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit TrulyHardSeltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
Even on weekends and holidays, Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric shows up. Expect reliable HVAC plumbing or electric service. Plus, enjoy $500 off a new HVAC system this summer. Schedule your free consultation at anthonyphce.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Missouri side 70 westbound at Blue Springs, briefly heavy around 7 Highway. Past that, things pick up and move better, then bog down around Nolan. Stay off again, on again, slow out towards the Blue Ridge cutoff with a wreck now off to the right shoulder. Home issues rarely happen at a convenient time. When HVAC, plumbing, or electrical issues happen, you need a team that shows up. Even on weekends and holidays, Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric shows up. With flexible financing, comfort is always within reach. Plus, enjoy $500 off a new HVAC system this summer. Scheduled today at anthonyphce.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
USA versus Paraguay tonight, 8 o'clock, as the World Soccer Championship gets red, white, and blued. Win tonight, control your destiny in the group stage, get to the knockout stage, and upset somebody.
Can't wait.
Go from 32 to 16, baby. That's all I want to see. I think it hit pretty well yesterday. When I was talking to some people around town about the World Cup, some buddies of mine, some people at the golf course yesterday, they're like, man, it's finally here. I'm kind of getting the juice about it, because the guy I was with yesterday, I've said his name like 100 times, Wags, was in the golf cart with me. He goes, so what, is your guys' content just flow the World Cup? I said, couldn't be more opposite.
Yeah.
And he goes, really? I said, yeah, you got to understand, Mahomes is throwing a football again with a knee brace. The Royals are always a topic of going through the day. And I was like, then you got, the NBA Finals, you got the Stanley Cup. He goes, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Damn, how do you guys squeeze that into 4 hours?
It's true. It's a great question.
I was like, well, we got to make cuts. That's why we got a good producer.
But in a week, we will not have the NBA Finals
No,
anymore.
we'll be on vacation.
Yes, exactly right. Mid-July, baby.
Just here for the bang.
That's right. We're just here for it all, right? So, so we'll have that, go dissipate. I would think Saturday. I will tell you this, and being in my job and what I've done for the last, 30 years of my life, the worst possible scenario is your team winning a championship on a Saturday. Because I got to wait till Monday morning, and that initial excitement of the night before and winning, it does. It wears off than being in that immediacy of the moment. And so I'm looking at the NBA schedule, and I'm like, for my purposes, cool, Saturday night, you don't have to worry about it. Everybody's got Sunday off. It's fantastic. But also for my purposes, if I'm doing that show the next morning in New York and the Knicks had just won their first championship in 53 years, I want to be on the damn air right away doing all that. Now, I'm not coming in on a Sunday. Let's not kid ourselves. But Monday morning, it just seems so far away, because then Monday you're talking about probably the parade, right? On Monday or Tuesday, if they take care of business down in San Antonio on Saturday. But you never say no to a championship, right?
Of course.
That's why when the Royals won in 15, it was fantastic. It was Sunday night, literally Monday morning by the time we got out of Shea Stadium and on with our day. And I went right from Shea to the hotel, took a shower, and went and did the show. I mean, that's how it was. And so that's where I feel like with the Knicks, they're going to win this thing on a Saturday, and everybody's going to party all day Sunday, and then Monday is going to roll around, and it's not going to hit as much as it should. But then you get to the parade and all that, and New York's going to be on its head when they end up winning this thing.
Lucky you, I think you'll get to wait until the week. I don't think it's in
you
Saturday.
You think they're going to win down in San? Why do you keep going back to this team? Because as the tweet yesterday said, which was a home run tweet, greatest tweet of all time. If you're a Seinfeld fan, you understand it. It was Jerry and Larry David standing there, and it was an old Seinfeld episode where they went to the rental car counter, and the lady didn't have the rental car for them. And he goes, "Did you get my reservation?" And the woman said, "Yes, we have your reservation, but we don't have a car." But Jerry goes, "That's why I made the reservation."
My effing car, right effing
right.
now.
So he said, "I made the reservation. You got to give me the car." And it was the part of the reservation is holding the reservation and then delivering on the reservation, right? And somebody did that with the Spurs. The Spurs have held the lead, but part of holding the lead is finishing the game with the lead. And every Seinfeld fan was going berserk yesterday. It was one of the greatest tweets of all time. So I go back to that tweet and I ask you, Mac, why do you continue to lean to the side of the Spurs when they have shown, they can get a lead, but they can't hold the lead, the most important part of the lead?
Yeah, they're a young team. They're learning lessons. I think they've shown that they can obviously play as well, if not better than them for 3.5 quarters, but can they do it for the last 6 minutes? I think they're going to be able to do it. These games have been so good. So to say, it's been about leads, sure, the 29-point lead, I'll give you. But it's a little box score watchy when we go 14-point lead, 14-point lead, 12-point lead. Look at where the leads are.
Yeah.
The leads happen in the second quarter. Then they're dissipated by the third quarter, which is basketball, right?
Exactly.
It's a little bit less. It's not like last game where it was 29 points midway through the third quarter. We're talking about a 25-point lead, and that's the whole second half. That was historic. So I get it from that standpoint. But, I just think the Spurs team, more than anything, they're not going to lie down. I just think with Wembanyama and Popovich and that core and the youth that they have, they don't know any better. They think they can win, and I think they're going to win at home. But then at the Garden.
So then
Tuesday.
you win on the Garden, so then it would be Tuesday
I think it's
night?
Tuesday.
So you take Sunday, Monday off?
I think that's because that's
or
what
would you play Monday?
You take Thursday, Friday off. Yeah, you take 2 days off.
Oh, that's right. You got to go back and travel. Absolutely, Keeps extending this thing a little bit longer for everybody.
Which is good for the Spurs.
Yeah, it is.
It's good for Wemby.
And I think the 2 days off going back to San Antonio actually benefits the Spurs. If you had the 1 day off and they were playing, would have been tonight, I guess, I think it would have been a lot more difficult for San Antonio to come back. I do question the mindset, and that's where Popovich is going to have to come in and be that steward of that organization and that leader of that organization and come in and get that mindset out, because I just don't know how you recover after a big loss like that. I mean, look, the Buffalo Bills never recovered after the 13-second game, guys, and ended up firing their coach a few years later. That's where that started for Buffalo, right? You can't get over that hump. And so I wonder for San Antonio how they're going to get over that mental hump of having a 29-point lead and essentially this thing being tied. And I mean, did you see what the odds would have been had San Antonio won that? I mean, they would huge. I'll get them here in a second, but
I believe that.
I mean, they were literally days away, seconds away from tying the series and being the favorite, and everybody probably would have picked them to win this series moving forward. And now to get beat down like that and the way that they did, that's mentally challenging to try to get over that, man. It's good. Look at some of these big events that have taken place. When Buckner made the error in '86, Boston got destroyed the next day. Here in Kansas City, when Denkinger made the call in Game 6, the next night, Game 7, Royals win this thing 11-0, and the Cardinals pitcher's beating up a fan, an oscillating fan, not a person, in the dugout and cuts his hand. I mean, so when you have these big-time, holy crap losses, it's very rare for that team to come back the next day and find the energy to win that next game. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to dive in there and a little bit of time left on the clock. I don't think Popovich needs to be in that locker room. He's not part of that team right now. He's a legend, obviously, but that's like going to a church after a minister retires and you need some counseling and you don't go to the present minister. You go try to find the old guy. He's no longer your minister.
But he could be your minister, you know?
I guess, but it's like if you want Mitch Johnson to be this guy and you want to see how he can rebound and try to come in these moments, that's where he's got to be the man. And it's not like if Andy Reid retires and then 2 years later the Chiefs are down at halftime in the AFC divisional round, you're like, hey, go get Andy and have him do a pep speech. I get clouded with that sort of.
I think it's a very unique situation, and to take your pastor minister thing, it'd be like if the new minister and that old minister is still part of the church. Greg Popovich is very much still part of the Spurs. He's officially, I don't know what his title, player personnel, something.
He's head of something.
Head of something.
Does George Brett go in the locker room and be like, pull your head out of your asses and start hitting the ball better?
I think it's different. Baseball players a lot of times don't want to listen to the older guy in the room, right? I think Greg Popovich, though, he was the coach that won, 4 championships?
I understand his clout.
Yeah. I do think I think you're right in most case scenarios, and I do understand what you're saying. At some point, we got to see Mitch Johnson. I don't want Popovich to coach the game, but I think after most of these big losses in the playoffs, whether it's on the plane ride home or when they get back during a practice, I think a speech is in order from him for sure to get them back. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe not anymore because Spoelstra's the guy, but at the beginning of Spoelstra's career, if Pat Riley comes down and says, "Hey, I'm Pat Riley,"
I think it's good, and I think the coach would like that. That's why you keep him around. And Mitch Johnson, that's his mentor in Greg Popovich, so he's not going to feel like, "Oh my God, this guy's trying to take my job" or something like that. You need to lean on as many resources as you have in tough times, and it is a tough time right now for the San Antonio Spurs. So why not lean on a resource that you have inside your organization? That's one of the greatest resources in NBA history. Had the Spurs won that game the other night, the Knicks would have been plus 155 to win the series. Spurs would have been minus 180.
Woo.
And now it's completely different. And so,
dang it.
In the history of the NBA Finals, a team that's up 3-1 is 37-1 all time. The only team to blow a 3-1 in the finals, we know the Warriors in 2016, which is now 10 years ago when you look back at that. That's how long it's been.
We'll see. I mean, it's been an electric finals, but as Drew told me yesterday, because I told him I fear that the Knicks are going to show up like they have in the previous playoff games where it's over at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, we thought that about the Spurs, but they haven't really shown us that they can continue that into the second half. But he thinks blowout on either side is the result of Game 5.
Who said that?
Drew.
I don't disagree with that.
Because he's like, either the Spurs are going to go out there and just absolutely run them, or the Knicks are going to go out there and just destroy the rest of what's left in the Spurs.
I mean, again, goes back to Game 7 here. I mean, the Royals won 11-0 the next night after that Denkinger thing. I don't remember what the Mets won Game 7 by after Buckner, but it could have been a blowout as well.
It's so funny that 85, everybody blames Denkinger, yet Jack Clark dropped a pop-up behind home plate. Yeah. They made an error in the playing field, but everybody wants to blame the umpire for making the safe call.
I mean, we blame Carl Cheffers.
It's like you had the opportunity to catch the ball,
right?
And you dropped it.
And you had another game the next night.
And you quit. That's what happened.
And you quit. Yeah.
No outs to go.
Yeah, was it a bad call? Maybe. Some would say probably. But, I mean, you can't let one bad call affect your entire series. You got to come back and fight. And a lot of teams just don't in those situations.
Coors Light and World Soccer Championship talk on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fesco and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
This Father's Day, spoil your dad with everything Gates Barbecue. Be sure to visit your local grocer for Gates sauces and seasonings. Both are delicious on meats, fish, chicken, veggies like broccoli and spinach, and on hot buttered popcorn, even as a topping for dips, or sprinkle Gates seasonings on chips and nuts to add that extra flavor pop. Nothing says Father's Day like a Gates party tray, sure to please everyone at the table. Be sure to prepare your Father's Day meal with Gates sauces and seasonings. So head to Gates Barbecue this Father's Day. Gates Barbecue. Thanks with love.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2 up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Let's say you put your money on Leo Messi in Argentina. They go up too early in the first half. Well, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you will instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM's same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. You like Ronaldo in Portugal. You like Harry Kane in England. Whoever it may be, don't miss your shot at an early win with 2 up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. Regardless of the final outcome of the match, make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 and older only. Missouri only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. Please gamble responsibly.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Brought to you by Blue KC is the Coaches with Character program. Do you know a rock star high school coach in your district? Nominate them for the Blue KC Coaches with Character program at bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character. Let's make our coaches feel special and make our community a better place to live, work, and play.
Royals coverage is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Brought to you by Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Visit climatecontrolkc.com. Climate Control has been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years and know how to get your cooling system ready to handle the scorching hot summer. Schedule your AC system tune-up for just $49. Don't wait. Visit climatecontrolkc.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit swlinjurylaw.com.
North KC, 169 highway southbound, a little sluggish past 9 highway towards the airport exit. You're back to posted speeds, and from there look good into downtown. 70 westbound, maybe a tap of the brakes around 40 highway with an earlier accident. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Follow the station on Instagram for daily videos like the Royal Decree, Chiefs Take Tuesday, and Would You Rather Wednesday. This is Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan, KFMC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. This is Fesco and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fesco.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Big nuts on a Friday. I'm revved up, thirsty, and ready to drown. I know that I'm hard. Bad day to be a Surfside today. This comes from our buddy Tyler on Twitter, Bob Dusty Mac. On the topic of car accidents, as a teenager, got hit by a drunk driver when I was 16, and it totaled my car. I got rides from people. Then my parents bought me a truck and told me to get back behind the wheel. To this day, I'm glad they did.
Yeah, and I made my daughter drive that day. I mean, she had to go to work. I said, you're back in the car, but that's what you got to do. I
hear you.
You got to get back in the saddle. The longer you wait, the harder it is going to be to kind of get back at that thing. And so she had the accident, 4 o'clock or whatever it was. She had to be at her second job, by the way, at 6 o'clock that night. And I said, get in the Bronco and drive. Let's go. She goes, really? I go, yes, absolutely. You're going to drive. You're going to be fine. It's okay. And that sucks, though, man, Tyler. I feel bad for you getting hit by a drunk. And that actually is my Richard of the Week this week. So you'll have to stay tuned till 9:45 because there's a guy out there that has been a menace to society, but he's not my Richard of the Week. I'll tell you why coming up at 9:45, who the actual Richard of the Week is in that situation. So I appreciate the text, though, Tyler, man. Like everybody does at that age, get into some sort of car accident. And it happens. And, I was talking to Ralph yesterday. He goes, Roman's, trashed 3 cars. Ralphie's banged up another 2 cars. And it's like, this is what kids do. I go, yeah, this is exactly what kids do. Cost us money, So it's just constant, right? It just goes out. I mean.
Oh, yeah. I did it twice.
You had 2 accidents as a kid, huh?
2 totaled cars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the World Soccer Championship is underway. I believe Mexico won yesterday.
They had more red cards than goals in that
3.
game yesterday.
Damn.
That thing got wild.
There was 1 red card last time they had the World Soccer Championship.
In the entire World Cup, there was 1 red card the whole time. There were 3 yesterday. Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of new rules.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yes.
Oh, there are?
Oh, yes.
Soccer's changing the rules. They get rid of offsides?
For this tournament specifically, they're being a lot stricter on a lot of things.
Like, what do you mean and why?
Like players holding, I could pull up the video, but yeah, players holding their hands over their mouths when they talk to another player. So no more of that.
So what are football coaches going to do in that situation?
Well,
Every NFL coach puts that thing in front of their face.
Play, but as a player going to another player, talking smack, saying things, we're not doing that anymore.
Can you do this to your own player, though, and disguise what you guys are trying to say?
I don't know. Subs, you have to be off the field within 10 seconds. If you're not, that's a red card. Like there's lots of little finicky things that, or if when you're throw-ins on the side, like you have to throw it in within a certain amount of time, they're going to be ticking you down. If you don't, that's a red card.
Pace of play, it sounds like they're trying to increase the pace of play in soccer, which is funny because the pace of play in soccer is what it is. The clock just runs. It's not like it stops and you've got, step off the mound. Now, I know there is actually the added time that gets put on there at the end, but I wouldn't think, like every soccer game is about the same amount of time that you're going to invest, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and it's all said and done.
Sorry, bad journalism on Dusty Like. It's 4 red cards in the Russia games. 4 total when it was in Qatar.
Okay.
And then there's 3 yesterday.
Yeah, 3 yesterday.
So it was 4 total and 3 in one game.
Yeah,
so that's my bad. My bad, MB, from DL there. I do want to bring this up because I think this is when people kind of start to get in the flow of things. Obviously, FanFest is open to all. Yesterday, Alex Gold was down there doing some work for the station and himself. Showed you how to take the bus and the shuttle and showed all the cool things that are out there, and it's on the TV
I
right
posed
now.
with the World Cup trophy, too. You can see it on X.
And I do want that beer mug. That's the World Cup beer mug. I would love to have that.
Those look amazing.
And when you fill it up with your beer, it looks like a replica trophy.
It looks dope.
Bigley's got 6 of them. But it's when it gets here, right? Like Friday night, no NBA, no Stanley Cup. By the time the Royals are done playing, the game will be like in the 10th minute probably because it starts at 8 o'clock. Royals start at 6:40. And now you kind of get this.
Unless there's no rain, then it may get delayed even further.
There you go. And so when you look at all of that and you start to kind of watch the team, because there's a lot of people that know what they're talking about on the 4-letter network or FS1, wherever you get your sports television, that are like, this is a good era for United States soccer. Christian Pulisic is your superstar. They're all in their youth. Like I think the oldest player's like 28, which is, some people would say, ancient in soccer. But again, you get to kind of watch these games and kind of feel like you get into the vibe of it. And the way I described it yesterday to a buddy was like, it kind of feels like every time the World Cup is here, it's kind of like the Olympics for me. Like I'm not really into like the Olympics, and then they start, and I'm like, did you see that curling match the other day?
Yeah.
Or did you see that high jumper? What he did on it? Did you?
The past Olympics were great for us because of the time frame of where they
were like 3 in the morning, and starting at 6 and whatever it may be. And I think that's what happens yesterday. Is okay. The games have started, and the United States playing tonight will help. If they win tonight, it'll build more steam moving forward. And I think that's when people get kind of into it. Like, it takes forever to get here, and then it gets here, and it's non-stop action. You've got countries that have great players. You've got Portugal with Ronaldo. You've got Argentina with Messi. You've got Mbappe in France. You have Harry Kane in England.
And they're based here, too. Like, England's living in Prairie Village, dude.
Gotta love that.
Like, they're living down there, like, where are they at? They're like at Lamar and like 87, their old golf course there. What was it where my friend Haney got married? It wasn't Brook Ridge, I don't think. But that's where they are. They're down there just hanging out. Like, we've got all these teams. Have you been watching the stuff that's going on in Lawrence with Team Algeria, too?
Amazing.
I mean, what's going on in Lawrence, Kansas right now may be one of the more impressive things ever. The entire city's out there at practice supporting these guys. KU has done an unbelievable job. Shout out to the athletic department at KU for getting their guys from Team Algeria inside Allen Fieldhouse yesterday, giving them a tour of Hoagland Ballpark, letting them check out everything. The KU marching band was out there playing the Algerian fight song and stuff like that. Lawrence has really embraced Team Algeria. I saw one guy yesterday go, "Rock Chalk Algeria," and I'm like, that's really cool, man. Like, they have embraced it just like every town that has a team. Like Chattanooga, Tennessee is housing the Spanish team. Have you seen this?
Yes.
And the people of Chattanooga are like, this is so cool that these guys are in our town. And so if you see them out and about, like one of the players from Spain was at the Walmart in Chattanooga. I mean, this is awesome that these folks are here. Like Harry Kane is wandering around Prairie Village today.
Unbelievable. It's crazy, dude. Some of the best athletes in the world around us.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And all their fans with them, too. We get to kind of be ingrained in their culture and vice versa for them. And it's awesome. It's what it's about. It feels like all right, World Cup, whatever. And now it's here.
And now
we can stop talking about the Civic, the hotels, the FIFA is out of it. We don't have to mention them one more time for the next month and a half. It's about the soccer. It's about the culture. It's about the people. Yeah. I'm excited.
I am too. But I will say the hotels are dead. It was like we were down there yesterday.
I get that.
But that's on FIFA for holding all these rooms. I mean, we should have had BMA this weekend. And we were told we could not have BMA this weekend because of FIFA. And so we had to move it up a week. Not that was a big deal, but we were told, everybody was told you can't have rooms this week because of FIFA. And so here we are, and now they're all empty. But yeah, now we're here. Now it's fun. And another interesting thing, we have the Netherlands here as well. They're practicing up at the current facility. And there's a mathematician out there who's predicted the 3 World Cups correctly in the last 3 years. And this year he picked the Netherlands to win. England could potentially win this thing. I think it would be cool, other than the United States, if one of these 4 teams that's based in our area actually went out there and won the World Cup. And I could find myself rooting for England and the Netherlands later on because they were here in Kansas City.
I think I seem to have a death wish. After getting it right 3 times in a row, I picked a team that is considered to be not amongst the favorites this time around. Netherlands is one of those countries that persistently performs above the batting average that it should have, based on the foundations of the country.
You have been famous now for your forecasts about the world of football, the world of soccer for our American viewers. Tell me about it.
Yes. So what I do is I use an economic model that uses economic variables to try to predict which teams are likely to win. And that model simply rests on 4 factors. First of all, population. If you have more people in your country, you have a bigger talent pool to tap into. The second one is climate. You need to be able to play soccer year-round. If it's too hot, too cold, you can't play it, and that gives you a natural disadvantage. The third one is being wealthy enough to have the infrastructure to develop talent. It's not just enough to have a big talent pool, you also have to have the schools, the training grounds, etc., to develop them into world-class players. And then the fourth one is the current FIFA World Ranking, just to get an idea which teams have a particularly good generation of players right now.
So there's
Super cool.
Yeah, it is. Some baseball team is scrambling to get the guy's number to hire him.
So real quickly before we go to break, who are you taking to win it all?
I'm going to go, I don't know. I'm going to root for one of the teams here. It's either England or the Netherlands for me. I'll go England.
There you go.
I like how it's phrased in the document, uneducated picks.
Yes, exactly. That's what we got, right?
Well,
none of us are soccer
insider over there.
World Cup picks. Let's make some uneducated wagers. Because they are. I don't know. I go with England. They're based here. They're usually pretty good, right?
I'll go the Netherlands because they've never won and they're here and they've made the final 3 different times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, England's been my team since the jump. That's who I've said is going to win it all, and that's who I hope wins it all according to my DoorDash thing. I don't know what I get if they win, but
they do have one title in 1966.
Wow, it's been that long, almost like the Knicks.
Only 8 countries have ever won.
That's crazy.
Coming up on the other side, we get into more of what Texas Tech had to say because these people suck. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Get bent.
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty, analytically the best morning radio show in Kansas City, as voted by people.
There's a lot of people talking out of their butt.
Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, at Hy-Vee this weekend, you can save big on fuel saver discounts. You can save big on everything. Just walk up and down the aisles at Hy-Vee like I do and look for those signs. You got your fuel saver signs and you've got your signs that show you they have the lowest prices on so many different items all over Kansas City. I love going into Hy-Vee. It's kind of my happy place. I love the grocery store. I like talking to KJ at the fish counter at 135th and Antioch, one of the great Chiefs fans out there. I love going to the bakery and getting those brookies because they are fantastic. traffic, and I also love saving on gas. And I can do that at Hy-Vee. Filled up yesterday, saved $1.07 off of my gas per gallon. And Hy-Vee's free Perks membership rewards you with access to dozens of weekly specials and fuel saver deals that stack up and save money fast at the pump. This summer, with the Hy-Vee Perks card, you can get free delivery on grocery orders of $75 or more. Plus, free grocery delivery is a game changer for your busy schedule. So upgrade to a Perks Plus membership like we did and get free delivery on every order, plus lots of other savings and benefits. Go to Hy-Vee.com/perks to sign up now. You can save time, save money. What could be better? Only at Hy-Vee.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want your lawn to look awesome like ours does, there's one call you need to make, and that's to my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And guys, it doesn't matter how bad your yard is. Aspen can make it look awesome, and they can take your bad yard like they did with our awful yard and turn it into the best yard on the block. It's happening all over Kansas City. People call Aspen and their lawn goes from to whoa, you got the best lawn in Kansas City. And that's because Aspen hires college-educated professionals that know exactly what they're doing. They study the climate. They study the seeds. They know exactly how to give you the best lawn for the climate that's right here in Kansas City. And they've been providing award-winning services since 1985. Plus, now that it's summertime, we love sitting outside and enjoying the outdoors. And we can do it even more with the mosquito dome that gets put up from Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They spray for the mosquitoes, the ticks, the fleas, all of that stays out of our yard and makes our backyard a paradise. So don't wait. Visit them now at aspenlawn.com. You'll get a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com.
Lawman, Jungle Law.
It's a lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The lawman gets results. Jungle Law 10. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine, the choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
Looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? Right now at Peter's Clothiers, save 30% on select Johnny O styles. Premium comfort, timeless style, and savings Dad will love. Stop by Peter's Clothiers today at 124th and State Line Road.
USA Soccer fans, this boost is for you because right now FanDuel is dropping a massive USA Super Boost for the matchup against Paraguay. Right now, all customers, yes, every single customer can win up to $25 if the U.S. has at least one shot. Yeah, I didn't misspeak. That's not a typo. Just one shot gets it done. That's one of the best and biggest boosts that FanDuel has ever offered. All you need is one moment from the USA to cash in. Back to the United States and get in on this huge super boost before kickoff. That's FanDuel.com/local to get things going. FanDuel is making it easy to follow the World Soccer Championships and make it easy to bet on all your favorite sports. FanDuel.com/local. You can win up to $25 if the USA has one shot against Paraguay. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook app and the official sportsbook of 98.65 The Fan. 21 and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max wager $25. Return apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We could describe it. Use words like refreshing, perfectly balanced, and ice cold. Or we could tell you it was called Frostbite by Casey's. It's a delicious frozen drink. And mediums are free every Friday with Casey's Rewards. Free Frostbite Fridays. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
Hey, DQ fans. Nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, aka Pops, Poppy, or Papa, to one of our delicious fudge and crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and driving in this area means navigating everything from busy metro traffic to open Midwest roads, so having the right auto insurance really matters. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers trustworthy protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that gives you real peace of mind. And when you bundle policies or insurance multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information.
This is George Karloftis, and you're listening to your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, 35 southbound from Missouri 152 into downtown is a 12-minute trip. I-70 westbound from 470 into downtown, 15 minutes. Kansas side 70 eastbound from 435 to 670 is an 11-minute drive. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Moving right along, 9 minutes away from McMurray taking over with one word. Right now, Texas Tech has taken over the world of college football for all the wrong reasons. They just keep burying themselves, and they're not doing themselves any favor. They sat together, I guess, their athletic department, and talked for however long.
Who'd they talk to?
Each other.
Each other. That's right. They're in their own ecosystem there, right?
And to spare you the 21 minutes of audio, Mac has cut it down to 1 minute and 27 seconds.
How would you correlate this with our vote in November that we didn't want to strengthen gambling?
Yeah, we all talked about it back in November. We voted not to permit gambling by athletic department staff members, coaches, or student athletes on sports that the NCAA has a championship event in. There seems to be a stigma that exists around is sports gambling a mental health disorder. And I will tell you, last night in Houston, after we spoke, I had 2 separate individuals come up to me and share with me their addiction recovery. And one of them was a gambling addiction. And the gentleman shared with me, it is a mental health disorder. And I have so much respect and admiration for the way that Texas Tech is standing behind and supporting Brendan Sorsby and stay the course, because it's real. So I think there's a conversation that Texas Tech can be a part of and lead to the degree that our colleagues will engage with us on how we address these matters going forward, because this is a very difficult situation and there needs to be more conversation around it.
Okay, I will say this. Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple. You can support the guy. You just don't play the guy. He can still be a player that you support, but he is a non-uniformed player at Texas Tech. Texas Tech is going to end up ruining college sports. This is ultimately, guys, I think, what ends college sports as we know it today, because you've got, 16 teams in the Big 12 now. 15 of them want nothing to do with Texas Tech. Texas Tech is threatening to get lawyers involved, take this as far as they can possibly go to get this kid to play. I can't believe they are dying on this hill for this kid, because everybody is it's going to be unbelievable to see what happens here. But I think this is ultimately what's going to do in college sports, because everybody's going to try to run from Texas Tech. The Big 12 may end up collapsing over this because teams don't want to play Texas Tech. It is a bad situation, man.
Yeah, if you want to support the guy, don't put him on the football field. Like Bob said, if you want to support the guy, get him help. Get him away from gambling websites. Don't put football in his, peripheral.
If you got a mental health problem, you are not fit to do that job right now. You need to get the help. And playing football is not the help you need.
Like if I was suffering from an addiction, I'm not. But if I was, I know my support system on this show, Mac and Bob, would call me and say, "Hey, I know you want to do the show. I know you want to do this. But it's not time for you to do the show right now. You need to get well. You need to get away from it. Turn your phone off. Turn sports off. Get right. And then you can come back. It's fine." That's just the way that you support people. And a guy who's gambled on his team 9,000 times and over $90,000 or 90,000 times with $9,000 right now playing football. And some people would say, well, maybe what he needs to do is just play football. No. What he needs to do is get away from everything and just
I would think football would be a trigger for your gambling addiction since that's what you were betting on at that point in time.
And I can give it to another point is our buddy Scott Parks. He talks about it all the time. He's open about it with us. He does it on his show and all that. He won't go to an event if it's at a bar. Like he just won't do it because he knows in the heart of his heart he's going to be like, oh, I want that. And then that's
just have one. Right.
It's going to start a slow.
Look, I'll be honest. I know where I am in my life right now when it comes to the booze. And I'm trying to wean myself off as much as possible. And, going to certain things, you're like, okay, thank God they've got good NA beers right now. And I'm not saying that because I have an addiction or anything like that. I'm just 50 years old and I'm tired, right? And so, but I know how I am as a human being. One is never, for me, where I stop. And it's been like that for my whole life with everything, guys. It's why I was 300 pounds. It wasn't one order of chicken wings. It was 10. It wasn't a twofer from Shuttle that I split with somebody. It was for myself, right? I just keep going and going and going. So I understand how these addictions work and that addictive personality because I have it as well. And so I have to be very conscious of it every single time that I go somewhere. And it's as I get older and older, I'm trying to do it even more and more and more and be conscious of it. But to Scott's point, to a lot of points, sometimes it's best not for me to go somewhere if I don't want to participate, in those activities. And so for this kid, again, support him and give him the help that he needs, but he can't be near your football program because what that has a direct impact on everybody else in college sports because now we're looking at this. I mean, we had a coach in the Big 12 yesterday say he's going to start to teach his kids how to cheat and gamble and talk to Vegas odds makers because of this. If they're going to let this Sorsby kid play, this is where we're getting to right now with all of this. He's going to ruin college sports, and he needs to go, and he cannot play for Texas Tech. He just can't because then everything comes into question about credibility and if this stuff is real. And the last thing that sports wants are fans with their tinfoil hat on not believing it's real.
Shame on Texas Tech.
Yeah, this is their president on Brendan Sorsby.
Yeah, I think right now so many people are pointing the finger of like, well, he's going to play. He can play is what the judge said.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is get him into a healthy space to where he feels great about what he's doing and he can deal with this addiction in a healthy way. And that's day by day.
Mm-hmm. And that's not game by game.
No, it's not. It's he's done for forever. He should never play college sports again. That's where the NCAA, I don't care what the courts say, you're not welcome here. Like we see it all the time in the NFL, right? People will say, well, he was cleared by the courts. Yeah, but he wasn't cleared by the NFL because that's their business, right? And so he may have been cleared by the courts, but the NFL is still giving you a 6-game suspension. They can still rule and overrule what courts say because they're a business, right? They're a business. They want you representing their business in a good way. And if they feel you're not representing their business in a good way, they don't care what the courts say. They're still going to levy a suspension on you. That's where the Big 12 and the NCAA need to come in and say, I'm glad the court said this, but as long as you're playing under our rules, he's not playing. It's not that hard. I don't care what the court says. This is now a private institution, a private entity, a private conference, and we're making the rules that say, yeah, we're glad the court said that, but as the conference who governs this, we're not allowing that, just like the NFL does.
Screw Texas Tech, honestly, because...
Who's worse, college athletic directors or politicians?
They're both one and the same.
I mean, they're all slime, right? I mean, this guy's a slime ball down here at Texas Tech trying to do this.
All 5 of those guys that were speaking for 21 minutes to themselves and patting themselves on the back were awful. And using mental health as a shield and to victimize us, gaslight us, and to guilt us, and to think, oh, we got to feel... No, just because you have a diagnosis, a disorder, whatever you have, that's something that you have to go learn how to deal with. Taylor Tomlinson's a great comic, and she's got a bit on her special on Netflix where it's like, I have anxiety, anger disorders, all these things. I can't go swim in the deep end without my floaties. Like, I've got to put my floaties on. That's on me. Right. And so, yes, I feel for him. It is an addiction. He needs mental help. But shame on Texas Tech for using this as a shield to say, oh, no, it's mental health, so that means everything's okay. You're right. It is mental health. It is an addiction, and you are enabling. You are enabling it, and it's disgusting.
I think it's a really good point, Mac, because we're in a day and age where mental health is very serious, and you and I have talked about it. We've seen therapists. I'll admit it. I don't care. I don't have any problem with that.
Of course not.
How important the mental health is today, but to use it as an out and to just throw it out there like, oh, it's a mental health thing, and we're all supposed to just go, oh, okay. Yeah, you're using it as a prop is essentially what you're using it as. Mental health is a real thing.
Yes.
Don't just throw that around.
One word.
First name is Blake, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fesco and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
It's one word brought to you by the Sand Trap on this Friday. A great spot that has delicious food, cold drinks, TVs galore to watch your favorite sports teams. You've got the World Soccer Championship tonight with the United States going to the pitch against Paraguay. The Sand Trap is located in the northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC. And at the Sand Trap today, $13 smash burger taco. Max had it. It's delicious. You can also get a $16 10-ounce steak, baked potato, and green beans, $7 vodka, Red Bulls, and $2 off glasses of wine. All of that at the Sand Trap today.
Let's get to it. Let's start with some Chiefs news. Yesterday, Wanya Morris traded. Chiefs trade him and a 7th-round pick to Atlanta. The Falcons give the Chiefs in return back a 6th-round pick in 2027. One word, Wanya Morris, gone.
Depth. And what I mean by that is they've got a lot of it now on the offensive line, and this just made him expendable. And you get a pick back in a draft that everybody says is going to be stacked next year, right? We've been talking about the 27 draft since before the 26 draft happened. So you get a 6th-round draft pick out of that, and Wanya Morris now gets an opportunity to go to Atlanta and play. He was at a dead end here.
Luxury.
One word, some unfortunate, disturbing news. One word, Phil Mickelson, no longer a member at the Farms Golf Club outside San Diego. A female club employee accused the 6-time champion, major champion, of inappropriate contact with her before a round. He has now been kicked out of that golf club. One word.
Pig.
Richard. Something tells me that's going to get brought back up later today.
One word, Spurs fans selling their tickets. Looks like 37% of the sales for Game 5 which is tomorrow night, are from New York. The get-in price is also surged by $1,000, which is telling you the New York people are raising the tickets. One word.
Yeah, smart if you're a Spurs fan to sell that ticket. Yeah, absolutely. Go make your nut back. I would do the same thing. You're down 3-1, a devastating loss the night before. New Yorkers are willing to pay. You have a chance to make a lot of money on these tickets. 100% sell and see what happens, because it's not a game that you care about, quite honestly. It's 3-1. If you win, you're still down 3-2. If the Knicks win, they win the whole thing. New Yorkers want to be there, and so they're willing to pay for it. If I'm a Spurs fan and I have those tickets at this point of the year, yeah, I'm taking care of myself.
Yeah, account, as in bank account. Why not? You want to see your team get beat and lose a championship and have another team celebrate on the floor? No chance.
From Good Nut to Monica McNutt, she's trying to explain herself after being caught on a hot mic saying, Taylor Swift, why is she here? She's not a Knicks fan. This is what she had to say. TMZ caught her in the streets.
I did not know, but here's the deal. Context, I literally just did a piece on Celebrity Row. I've been with this organization for 5 years. I know these folks. Ben Stiller, his wife, Christine, Spike Lee, Fat Joe. I had not seen her here this year or last year. And we just saw her in Cleveland with her fiance. Obviously, Travis supports the Cavs. She didn't have any Knicks paraphernalia. So I did not know of her Knicks loyalty. But shout out to T. Swift. We could be united in orange and blue. It's fine.
Okay, I love that. So you're standing on it.
I mean, I did not know. I apologize if I'm wrong, and apparently I'm wrong, and that's fine. But I did not know, because We've seen, come on now, every celebrity that's a Knicks fan been in the building this year.
Timothy Chalamet.
Come on. So it's all good.
Now, we got to put it out there. So you said that she has a...
Okay, so I'll say this. Taylor Swift isn't a celebrity. She's Taylor Swift. she's in a different category than anybody else in this world. I'll say weak. She tried to apologize, but still tried to say she was right in all of that. And she wasn't. And, yeah, she's supporting her boyfriend in his hometown. How would that have gone over if she sat there with a Knicks shirt? It would have been like Elaine wearing an Orioles hat at the Yankee game. It's probably given to him by the owner to sit there. You got to respect who gave you the tickets.
Yeah, my one word would be poor. That was a poor example of, like, trying to, like, you know, cover up, but whatever. It doesn't really bother me, I guess. But, yeah, you slipped up, you said what you said, and you semi-owned it.
Yeah, semi. Yeah.
Semi.
Yeah,
I said it, but...
Yeah.
I know Ben Stiller.
If I was wrong, which I guess
it's
I
like,
was.
It's like when you're like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry that I yelled at you, but, you know, you kept doing this thing. It's like, no, stop.
Yeah. Sorry. It's tough to have a
And we've
button
all
of
done
sorry.
that.
Yeah.
I think every one of us is sorry.
Oh, yeah.
All my friends have big butts.
I
All
cannot lie.
This is great. We've got World Cup stories pouring in. We've heard all the Algeria Lauren stuff.
Yep.
Rock Chalk Algeria. It's been fantastic. Well, the Scottish have arrived. This
Thank God these guys are here. This is going to be the show of the World Cup, man.
This is awesome, man. These people are fantastic. So first off, they put out a guide for people coming to the United States to say, hey, just so you know, when you're flying in the United States, don't use all your jargon that maybe you use here. So like in Scotland, they'll say peace for meeting a sandwich. Like, yo, I've got a piece for you. Where here in the United States, that would mean you've got a firearm. You have a weapon. You are armed right now. Yo, I've got a piece, man. So they said, hey, do not cheerfully tell American airport security that your granny, quote, packed you a piece for the flight. And then this was some Scottish people when they ran out of beer on the flights.
We ran out of beer. That's my only complaint.
The pilot telling us when the beer ran out, he switched to wine.
So I'm going to go and have a nice whiskey at my digs, and then I'm going to go out and hit the town. I'm going to find Cheers. That's what I want to do. I want to find Cheers.
It's the spot where everyone knows your name. By the end of the weekend, Boston will know the Scots, certainly by their attire.
So I don't know if you saw the other stuff that came out about the Scots. They landed at night or whatever. They came in at night. They got to their Airbnb. 6:30 in the morning, they're out in the front yard playing bagpipes and kilts in this neighborhood. So, like, what the hell is going on? The best part about that whole thing is they ran out of beer, but the reporter went to the pilot to get more information. The pilot said then they switched to wine.
No beer? All right, no problem.
We drank a plane dry once going to Las Vegas. It wasn't that big a deal. There wasn't that much on it. You know, it's a commuter plane. Coming from overseas, though, they load those things up. Those guys, and Scotland to Boston is probably about a 6-hour flight. It's not that far because of where they're located. So those guys got after it on that plane. Imagine flying in a kilt, too.
Legendary. That's the one word there. That's just a legendary move, man.
Oh, man.
So you know about Tony Farmer. He does 49ers talk, and he has been incessantly in the depths, in the weeds on this Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini thing. Any investigation, any video clip that's come out, Tony Farmer's maybe been the one who's even found it and been the one who dug it up. So Mark Schlereth did a Q&A on Twitter yesterday, our guy, Stinky. He said, time for questions. Tony said, how concerned do you think Patriots are about the Athletics investigation into the Rossini conduct? Mike seemed to leave the door open at his press conference to taking more time away. Do you think that report could be a thorn in the Patriots' side? Mark Schlereth answered, I think the entire league is nervous, ... One word.
True. Yeah, absolutely. This could be just the beginning. You don't know what's going to get uncovered.
Yep.
You don't know what's next to come out. And I'm sure every team in this league is looking around going, what do they got on us?
Yeah. Nerves, I think, is the thing, too, because, like, is this the tip of the iceberg? Like we said, or I guess I said a couple months ago, like, how much more is under the water that we don't see, right? How many people are going, okay, I should probably delete some tweets. I should probably, like, call some people. It's like the Tiger Woods voicemails back in the day. Hey, it's Tiger. Could you go to the original voicemail recording that says the number you've called? Because my wife's probably going to be calling you. Yeah. It's scary too. I mean, that's another word. Like it's one crack in the foundation, and we'll see how much erosion happens.
Who's going to be investigating
football and
this?
NFL both dealing with it, man.
Well,
Hardcore.
yeah. Which one is worse?
College.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's more at the forefront, but it's worse right now.
It's worse because
NFL
the
could
college
end up
stuff
being worse.
Could be, but I don't.
They're going to hide it. They're going to pay people to go away.
100%. We may not hear from Pablo Torre again if he continues to investigate the NFL. Here's $10 million. Please go away. But here's what I'm thinking about though with the NFL versus college. The NFL stuff, if there's more of this Rossini type stuff, it's gossip stuff. The college stuff is integrity of the game type stuff. And that's why it's a lot different, because now you're messing with the integrity of the game when you start employing, and that's what you do now in college. You employ these kids to play. When you start employing guys that gambled on that sport, now you're messing with the integrity of the game. The Rossini stuff is fun gossip for everybody else. The people involved it sucks for, but the rest of us, we're watching a train wreck happen.
Yeah, it's tough. That's for sure. That is one word brought to you by the Sand Trap. Great spot with delicious food, cold drinks, TVs galore to watch all your favorite sports teams. It's located in the northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC. Today, on Friday at the Sand Trap, $13 smash burger tacos, $16 10-ounce steak, baked potato and green beans, $7 vodka Red Bulls, and $2 off glasses of wine.
Smash.
Coming up next, Hall Pass. Who's yours? We know somebody's. 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fesco and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Smokehouse Barbecue are ready for the major events that we have coming up in Kansas City over the next month. It all starts today with soccer all over the United States, Mexico, and Canada. And if you're having one of those soccer watch parties, you need to have Smokehouse Barbecue cater. It's the perfect catering option for you during all of these great soccer games. Father's Day is coming up in a couple of weeks as well. A week from Sunday is Father's Day. Honor Dad with a great meal from Smokehouse Barbecue. And then, of course, July 4th is coming up as well. You're going to want Smokehouse Barbecue at all of your Independence Day celebrations. So you can get it all at Smokehouse Barbecue. We're talking about burnt ends. We're talking about baby back ribs. We're talking about hickory pit beans that cook under the brisket for the final few hours to give them a flavor that nobody else can match. And with Smokehouse Barbecue, if Dad wants to work the grill on Father's Day, let him. Just get all your sides from Smokehouse Barbecue. They'll be awesome for you as well. So check them out at one of their 3 locations where they have banquet rooms to seat up to 60 people in Independence, Gladstone, and Zona Rosa. Do all of your catering at smokehousebbq.com. That's smokehousebbq.com. For over 35 years, locally owned and family operated, it's Smokehouse Barbecue.
As World Soccer hits the big stage, take the field with Fanatics Sportsbook. It's built for fans who want more from their bet. This summer, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every moment count with 10 100% profit boosts over the first 10 tournament days. That's 1 profit boost per game day. So every time the world's best hits the pitch, you've got a chance to double your winnings. And every goal, every save, every result means more. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because you had just one more 3 rounds ago. Because the 5 a.m. flight seemed like a good idea at the time. Because check engine lights always appear at the worst possible times. And because parking downtown is a nightmare. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Sun Cruiser is the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the U.S. Open and U.S. Women's Open. We're excited to bring our vodka iced teas and lemonades to golfers and drinkers everywhere, and support these two prestigious championships and their fans with a refreshing Sun Cruiser vodka iced tea. Crisp, clean, and no carbonation for the perfect sipper on the course. Join us for the U.S. Open watch party with special giveaways on June 18th and 19th at Minsky's locations. Visit odyssey.com/965thefan for details. Please drink responsibly.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The U.S. Treasury quietly released its official financial report for 2025. It appears by its own numbers, the U.S. government seems insolvent. It's reported that the Treasury shows about $6 trillion in assets and over $47 trillion in liabilities. Add it all up, and it looks like the U.S. owes more than $130 trillion it doesn't have. If that were a family, they'd earn $52,000 a year, spend $73,000, and already be more than $1 million underwater. Any accountant would call that insolvent. So how does the government fix this? It can print money, which erodes your purchasing power, it can raise taxes, or it can cut benefits. And none of those can help to protect you. That's why many people who have something to lose move part of their savings into physical gold and silver, assets that can't be printed, defaulted on, or voted away. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide and a no-pressure conversation. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
North KC, 169 highway southbound. Briefly heavy at 9 highway. Stay sluggish to the airport exit. 29 southbound. Some off again, on again. Taps to the brake from 16th Avenue into downtown. Kansas side, 635 southbound. Slow rolling approaching I-35. Heavier as you continue southbound Metcalf down towards Johnson Drive with construction. Allen Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Moving right along on a Friday. Cheers to all of you to the end of the week. For those that celebrate Fridays like your boy does, let's have us a day. You all are familiar with Brooks Koepka, right?
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
solid golfer.
Yeah.
I believe 4-time major champion winner. His wife, Total Babe, Jenna Sims, she's a big fan of Travis Kelce. She's such a fan.
Was she an athlete or something? Why do I know her name?
Swimsuit, Sports Illustrated. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you saw her once. Total Babe. And she was on Full Swing season 1, I believe, with him. Because Brooks has a trophy room, right? And there's a big square that's empty. And he says it stays empty until it's filled with one trophy, and that is a green jacket. But she went on to say that she's such a fan that if Kansas City Chiefs tight end ever wanted to hop in bed, she might just take him up on the offer. She says that that's her hall pass is Travis Kelce.
There we go.
I like that. That's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most women in Kansas City would like, Travis Kelce.
I think most women in Kansas City would be like, yeah, join the list.
Exactly. Get in line, buddy.
He's been on people's hall pass list for about 15 years.
Had a dating show about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Catching Kelce. Hate to break it to you, Jenna. Not going to happen. I think he's very happily married as he took the PJ to New York last night to watch his fiancée be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
How cool is that,
At
man?
the ripe age of 26, making the youngest ever to be in the Hall of Fame. In fact, so popular, sat next to Steven Spielberg, it looked like.
I mean, she going in and being the youngest songwriter ever is so cool. It just shows you how awesome she is. Like, there's nothing that Taylor Swift does that isn't just wonderful. I mean, she's just a great, great, great human. And so to see her get into the Songwriter Hall of Fame the day after she was disparaged by the Knicks radio team is awesome. Love it. Go get him, Taylor. Keep doing this, man. She's so cool.
So, Mac, you and Shivanya getting ready to get married. I would assume her hall pass would be Harry Styles.
Oh, 100%.
Not even a question.
Yeah, that, and then I think, Channing Tatum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Magic Mike.
Interesting, because my wife says Carrington. No, I'm kidding.
Is that who bought the portrait?
That's great.
Sometimes I will say she likes Carrington more than me. I'm not kidding.
Sorry, Bob. Your wife said you're washed. I'm coming over on Tuesday.
I'll tell you, Rob, Bob's wife, Jen, is washed.
What the hell's Carrington doing here? I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Jen likes the Chargers all of a sudden.
Yeah. We got Jen Dot.
Jen Dot, Charger Dot. And then Mac Dot, because you're on the Charger bandwagon, too. Three of you can go have yourself a nice little threesome over there. Talking about the Chargers. I mean, that's a really good threesome.
If Mac had arms.
If worms had machine guns, then birds wouldn't be scared of them.
Off the rails.
Fantastic.
But everybody has a hall pass. We talk about it. Tara Reid was mine for many, many years. And
was it American Pie that got you
Yeah,
there?
of course. Yeah, I mean,
Tongue Tornado. Huh?
Yeah, she was great. I loved her back in the. She looks good now. She's kind of recovered from.
I was going to ask
where
that.
she is. Yeah, she's kind of recovered a bit. B. Arthur was always on my list, and Matt Damon as well. So
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah,
Good
Matt
one.
Damon. I would love to be Matt Damon.
Have you seen Rounders?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's got to go on your movie list because
Okay.
it's awesome. John
What about
Malkovich.
Blazing Saddles? Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. That's with, you talking about Steve Martin? And no, that's different.
No,
That's-
Blazing
that's
Saddles.
thinking of
that's a
Three
Brooks movie.
Three Amigos. Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is a
Oh,
Brooks movie.
Yeah.
Is
Like
this
a spaghetti western, and Mel Brooks did it. It's got the sheriff.
Is this
It's not appropriate anymore.
No, it's not. But Mel
is
Brooks
this Badges? Don't
It's
tuck our
Blazing Saddles.
Our stinking badges, you know.
Oh yeah. I
It's the
think
one where he goes, "Excuse me while I whip this out," and it's like his, his not his member. But
I
it's
probably did watch this years ago, but yeah, I'll have to watch this again.
So you have hall passes
Yeah, my
already?
hall passes. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've got to go with Sydney Sweeney. I'll go with Mina Kimes. It's been one forever. I mean, come on, she's like Minnie Bink in female form.
You guys just be doing it and talking about like stats.
Can you believe the DVOA on the Chargers this year, Mina? I know, Mac. It's so good. The DVOA for the Chiefs could be better if they just did this. I love DVOA as much as I love you, Mina. I
know,
love
but I'm
DVA too.
And then the newest addition to the list would be Wemby.
That's a good one. Yeah, you
Absolutely.
really are.
I'm
in love
all
with
in.
that guy.
Love him.
I mean, if they don't win, which they probably won't
They won't,
now, this is going to be remembered as the series Wemby gave away.
Yep.
In multiple games, hitting a dude in the back with a ball, missing free throws. But look, he's young. He's got
22,
plenty of opportunities.
22.
But I will tell you this: the clock is ticking fast.
Oh, yeah, get ready.
You better win next year. I mean, seriously. In the
Literally.
way we talk about and deal with sports these days,
Yes.
you had better win this next year. Otherwise, you're going to be written off real fast. It's crazy how we do
Exactly.
that.
We'll find a new guy.
Imagine if this was all going on in technology. Even sports radio was around when Jordan first came on the scene.
Be a lot. It'd be a lot. His approval rating would not be as high. I'll say that.
It'd be a lot different ball game. Yeah. Jordan
way-
stinks. This guy's no good.
Way different.
Should have taken Sam Bowie.
Dusty, any hall passes?
I'm the hall monitor. I don't
You're
need a pass.
Yeah, he got no one to clear with, man.
Bring them all on.
That's fair.
He ain't got no one to clear this with.
I'm the dog, the big bad dog.
Do we have the internet's working here? Do we have an internet today?
We currently still have internet.
We still have an internet. Does the text line weighing in on who their hall passes will be? Because I would love to see who some of the hall passes are from guys and gals as well on the text line. And if anybody suggests me, we can exchange numbers. I mean,
we've got Alyssa Milano.
Nice, good call.
We have Margot Robbie.
Yeah, that's a really good one too. So far, an older audience is chiming in on the text line.
Alyssa Milano. Okay, that is a good one.
Yeah, we even have Bob. Check out Elizabeth Hurley. She looks amazing, even at 60.
Yeah, she does. Yep.
I think if I could, if I was married, which it's a myth.
Hello, America.
Probably never happened.
That's nobody's hall pass right there. Nobody's getting a hall pass for Jerry.
I will say this. I would say Jane Seymour.
Ooh. That's a cool one.
Yeah, Kitty Cat.
Okay.
She's one. Salma Hayek.
Yeah. So you are going after the Cougs.
Oh, come on, man. I'm a magnet for Cougars. I love them all. Love them all. Bring them on.
Salma Hayek.
Well, you are kind of getting to their age now.
38. Yeah. I'm in the perfect age group for like women.
Well, yeah, you can go your 30s, you can go 40s, you can go 50s.
And then my other hall
Late
pass
20s.
is any female listener that supports this show.
I'm
on it today, boys. I told you, Fridays. Jennifer Lawrence for sure. She's a babe. Scarlett Johansson for sure. Eva Longoria.
See, these are all older texts. Yeah, these are all because these are what we would have said in the 2005s.
Yeah.
You know,
Jennifer Lawrence is a little bit more
you gotta
recent.
love J-Lo.
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa is wild.
That's interesting
That's
poll.
a wild woman.
Obama and Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff, I mean, man, yes.
Jennifer Aniston. She's gotten better with age.
Yeah,
Janae says Chad Kroger from Nickelback.
Oh, okay. There you go, Janae. That's your type, huh?
Dusty's texted in. We got a
Nickelback
Caglione text.
Okay.
Yep, for sure. Ain't nobody hotter in baseball right now than Jack Caglione.
Damn
That's
right.
a fact.
What are we looking at on TV right now? A fake Beatles band playing in Olathe tonight
You
with
should
bad
go to these
wigs.
things, man. These are awesome. I told you about these. They do these in Legacy Park and Lee Summit. They do these like cover. They're fun, dude.
I mean, this guy with the fake Beatles hair.
What do you want them to do? They're supposed to be a Beatles cover band.
I love it.
There's a ton of people there
A
watching.
lot of people there.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome, dude. I love when cover bands happen. Like they do like a blues night and they get dressed up for it. They do a Jamaican night and they come out with the steel drums.
You know, Scott Parks plays in a ZZ Top band.
Dana Wright. Got that text.
She's in the ZZ Top band too?
Yeah, she is, yeah.
Oh.
Bailey from the WWE, Hall Pass Jack Caglione, Anne Hathaway, Rachel McAdams.
We got an Ella fella.
Oh, we got an Ella fella.
Ella fella. Kim
Join the club.
Kardashian text as well.
Somebody says, Dusty, you must have had Coach Settle when you were in high school. I did have Coach Settle. We did have conversations. Dia Lupa. Hello, America.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Ella Langley is moving up the charts, that's for sure.
Fast,
She's not in Margot and Kay Adams territory and Paige Sporanic yet, but she's on the outside, very close looking, and she's something, dude. Her accent,
I mean, she's going to be selling out Arrowhead here in a year, you know? I know she's only playing in Independence. It's a smaller venue. I think if they had to do it all over again, they probably could have sold out T-Mobile Center for this, right?
Somebody says they don't have a hall pass, but they have the weekend pass. 200 milligram gummy, a bag of snacks, lake house to myself with a full weekend of football.
That is like, oh my
sounds
God.
amazing.
Bob's like, can we become best friends?
It's incredible.
I love you, man.
Oh, it's great. Lake house, enough to get you to the moon. My
And a
goodness.
bag of snacks and football. That's a good Saturday.
Coming up next, we get to Mark Turgeon, the head coach of the UMKC basketball team. We talk all things b-ball with him on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and fellas, I get it. Sometimes you don't want to be told the truth because you're hiding behind your emotions or your insecurities. It's fine. But you know what? The truth is, ED can ruin the moment, and nobody wants that. Not you, not your significant other, because it's not always about you. But when you're getting intimate with your partner and you aren't able to perform the way that you used to or the way that you're able to, there can really be frustrating times. But at Heartland Men's Health, they're here to settle those frustrating times. There are a wide range of advanced treatment options for every stage of ED that can help you get back to performing again. Heartland Men's Health uses advanced medical science to empower male performances with therapies that go far beyond pills. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men in the Kansas City area. So call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call them today at 844-447-6600 or visit them at heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a diamond sourcing expert, I'll tell you just how differently we source our diamonds so your engagement ring can be the most beautiful. We work directly with our diamond partners who reserve the best stones just for us. We handpick and inspect each diamond, then negotiate the best price. At Shane Company, we believe this is the only way to properly buy a diamond, because a friend goes the extra mile to make sure you get your dream diamond at your dream price. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts in America. And this Father's Day, you'll get a little something extra for dear old dad. Stop by Booth Creek Wagyu at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf and receive the ultimate Father's Day grill package when you spend over $299. That's a Booth Creek Grill spatula, Meat Mitch, and Booth Creek seasonings, and even a pair of customized barbecue socks, all free with minimum purchase. Get Dad what he really wants. Available now at both Booth Creek Wagyu locations.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. Maybe you're smelling upset. Currently, Tunisia is trading at just 16% probability to best the Netherlands. You know, a local match if you're looking for that, meaning a $100 trade could net you $667 in profit. That's, of course, if they win the match. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there is no house, and probability changes, so you can buy in and out of your position. And for a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to get $10 when you trade 10. K-A-L-S-H-I, Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ for those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Royals coverage is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City.
Brought to you by Blue KC is the Coaches with Character program. Do you know a rock star high school coach in your district? Nominate them for the Blue KC Coaches with Character program at bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character. Let's make our coaches feel special and make our community a better place to live, work, and play.
Shawnee Mission Ford, on a mission to do more. Visit our inventory at shawneemissionford.com.
Ford just announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay, and you still get the rebates and incentives offered by Ford, along with top trade value from Shawnee Mission Ford. American value for American values. Shawnee Mission Ford, on a mission to do more in 26.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side 70 westbound, slowing around 40 highway over towards the Blue Ridge cutoff. There's an earlier accident off to the right shoulder, but a wrecker on the scene now, trying to clear that up, and that's causing everyone to slow down again. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Join 96.5 The Fan at the Peanut in the Northland on Friday, June 12th as C-Dot and Rob broadcast live starting at 2 with kickoff to follow at 8 o'clock. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, we're back at it on a Friday morning here, 96.5, The Fan, Fesco and Dusty with you on a glorious, glorious Friday. First U.S. soccer game of the tournament takes place today And you can go hang out with Rob and Carrington. They're going to be at the Peanut watching this one with everybody else. So go join them today. Which Peanut are they going to be at today? Northland?
Yep.
Starting at 2 o'clock. And it's all brought to you by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933, and truly the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer. So show up at the Peanut in Northland today, beginning at 2. Prizes and all kinds of good stuff to give away.
Somebody's hall pass came in a little bit late. Says my hall pass would be Mayor McCheese.
That's a good one. Mayor McCheese. I love it.
What is that from?
Fantastic. At McDonald's.
Oh. I thought like somebody called a guy Mayor McCheese. I don't know the reference. But let's get to Mark Turgeon here on 96.5 The Fan. Mark, how have you been enjoying these NBA Finals?
Yeah, they've been fantastic. I felt bad for the Spurs the other night. Thought they should have won the game, and you could feel it coming on the whole time. I think it would have been great for the NBA to have it 2-2 going back to San Antonio. But you got to give the Knicks credit. Jalen Brunson's something else. OG was great. So it's just great for basketball. You want exciting games, and of course everybody's into it because the Knicks are in it, and this Wemby guy's special and fun to watch. So it's been great, and we got to keep up with the hockey because the hockey's been a great series too. So you love when the basketball's doing great and people are talking about it.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and you mentioned the Knicks being in it. It does add to it. It matters that the Knicks are in it. It's completely different than everything else.
Yeah, you look at the ratings for TV, and it's been 20 years or whatever it's been, or 15 years since they've had ratings like this. So yeah, and then all the celebrities getting involved, and just the whole city and all the watch parties and everything. Now they've lost their mind a little bit the way they act, but it has been good that New York's in it, and I think it's brought more attention to it, and not only in the States but worldwide. It's been good because it's an international game, and to have a series like this and have the Knicks in it, it's been great.
Mark Turgeon, UMKC head coach, with us, talking a little NBA. We'll get into some UMKC stuff because I know you guys are back at it already. There's no off time for you or anything like that at the college level. But if you're coaching the San Antonio Spurs, what do you say after blowing a 29-point lead to get them back to play this thing again? Because this is Denkinger all over again, man. The blown call, and then Game 7 happens. Royals win 11-0. This has got kind of that feel to it, I think.
Yeah, don't know. They got a young team, and so young kids wake up the next day and they're like, "What's for breakfast?" They're not really worried about what happened the night before. So they bounce back all year. I expect them to bounce back. Their arena will be full. They'll be back in their team. We'll see when it gets tough. When it gets tough, we'll see how they respond during the game. But if they should have won both games. They really should have won game 2. Mm-hmm. And so they know they can win games. They know they can win the next 3. Now, when it gets tough, if they're tough enough to fight through it and do it, but they got to play a little bit smarter when the game's on the line. And that'll be the key. But it's tough. Yeah, I don't know what I would say. I know what I would have tried to say during blowing the 29-point lead. I don't know if I'd have been able to stop it, but I know what I would have been trying to say to the team, and it's just unfortunate. But the Knicks did it to Cleveland. That building gets pretty loud, and Jalen Brunson just does what he does, makes incredible shots when he has to make them.
What would you have been saying during that, that lead getting blown?
Well, the Larry Brown in me would have been like, "Hey guys, we're not trying to make this close. We got to keep playing." They started walking it up and doing things and got a little cautious. And, there's a point where you got to be cautious. You're up 12 with 2 to go, but you're always trying to win. You're up 10, you're trying to win by 16. You're up 16, you're trying to win by 20. If you have that approach, then you keep attacking. And they have young kids. It's easy for me to say. I'm watching it on my couch in Kansas City. But that's always my approach when we have a lead, and it doesn't always work, but you got to have a mindset that this doesn't need to be close. We're still trying to attack, and, whether the guys do it and whether you make shots or not, there were a couple quick shots that they missed that they made in the first half. So, but in the end, they didn't guard anybody.
No.
And defensively, they just have to be better than they were. They tried to zone late, and that didn't work. Tried to keep Wemby by the rim, but sometimes you just can't stop it, and it's not meant to be. But they'll learn from it. They're a young team. He's a great coach, and they'll get better because of it.
This is Mark Turgeon, the head coach of the UMKC Roos basketball team. Mark, the hell with New York, the hell with San Antonio. Let's talk Kansas City. What's going on with the boys on the hardwood for your program that you're heading up over there?
Well, we got started this week. We got 12 of the 14 that we signed in.
Nice.
10 are practicing. It was a great week. Like my team. We're a little bit younger than I would like to be in today's world. You know, everybody's like, you got to get older with the portal. But for me to afford a team, I had to sign a lot of young kids. But I signed some really talented young players, and they've been great. I think 8 of the 10 guys that are really practicing for me, it's their first time in college practice, and they're doing a great job. So we have 8 young guys. We have 6 veterans, and it's going to be a good mix. We're off to a good start. Very coachable, talented, skilled, smart basketball players. So it's a big summer for us on the court, in the weight room, team bonding, all that kind of stuff. We're all new. The whole staff's new. All the players are new. So it's a big 8 weeks for us to really grow our program and get better.
Did you ever think you'd be uttering the phrases, to afford a team, I had to go younger? I mean, my God, where it's changed, right?
Yeah, it's funny, and I knew getting back into it, this is what it was going to be like, and so I embraced it. I love the challenge of it. Now, high school kids are way under recruited. And so I was able to get some really good players. And now it's up to me to figure out how to keep them. And I'm not going to keep them all. We're going to make them better. And but no, it's a different world. But we made a commitment at here at UMKC, and the city's jumped on board. We got a lot of great stuff going. Like, we're redoing the offices here at Sweeney. We're doing the locker room. There's a meeting room for us in women's basketball that's going to get done. The city donated money at Municipal for us for offices and meeting rooms. So there's a lot of great things going on. We've raised money to help with NIL. People are on board. So it's fun. I didn't just come here to win games and hopefully figure out a way to win 3 games to get to the NCAA tournament, but I want to build a sustainable program, and one that's not just good in the Summit League, but it's good nationally. So we're just getting started, but I have unbelievable vision and goals and dreams for this place. And just because I'm a little bit older, I got to do it quickly. So, yeah, but it's off to a great start. Dr. Martin, Chancellor Agarwal, they've been great. Leadership's been great. So we're on our way. We're not going to win 30 games next year, but we're going to be competitive. We're going to be fun to watch. And I need Kansas City to come out and buy season tickets when they go on sale. We need a great fan base down at Municipal, and all that stuff helps you build your program.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on and spreading the word and getting the word out about the UMKC program. We're excited to watch those guys play this year, and we appreciate you coming on, Mark. Have a good day and enjoy your weekend.
All right, you too, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Such a nice spoken voice.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet it's different when the game starts.
I would imagine. Yeah, absolutely. But think about that. Afford a team. In order to afford a team, I had to go with younger players. And, that's probably going to be the new route for high school players, I would imagine. You're not going to get into the schools, it appears, like a KU or a Duke or anything like that, because they're more invested into the portal and getting some of the older players. And that does open doors for a program like UMKC to probably get better freshmen than they ever had before, because a lot of these bigger time programs just aren't recruiting those guys because they don't find it worth it to recruit freshmen.
Sports Hills you will die on, and Mac and LeBron James agree on the same opinion here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fesco and Dusty.
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
On your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this. USA soccer fans, this one's for you. FanDuel's dropping a massive USA Super Boost for the matchup against Paraguay. Right now, all customers can win up to $25 if the USA has at least one shot. Yeah, not a typo. Just one shot gets it done. That's one of our biggest boosts yet, and all you need is one moment from the USA to cash in. Back the USA and get in on this huge super boost before kickoff. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. FanDuel Sportsbook makes it easy to bet on all your favorite sports. Check in daily for new boosts and promotions. Go to FanDuel.com/local. That's FanDuel.com/local to win up to $25 if the USA has one or more shot. Only on FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. Opt-in required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max wager, $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? Right now at Peter's Clothiers, save 30% on select Johnny O styles. Premium comfort, timeless style, and savings Dad will love. Stop by Peter's Clothiers today at 124th and State Line Road.
The Royals and the See You in the Major Leagues Foundation are teaming up with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City to recognize outstanding high school sports coaches through the Blue KC Coaches with Character program. From April to September, we'll recognize 6 coaches as a Blue KC Coach with Character. Each honoree will receive a VIP package that includes tickets to a Royals game and more. Be part of honoring our high school coaches whose service is making Kansas City a better place to live, work, and play. Just go to bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character to nominate today.
We could describe it, use words like refreshing, perfectly balanced, and ice cold, or we could tell you it was called Frostbite by Casey's. It's a delicious frozen drink, and mediums are free every Friday with Casey's Rewards. Free Frostbite Fridays. It's not crazy, it's Casey's. See store for details.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love. Sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Father's Day? Go big for Dad. Celebrate Father's Day with 5 courses fresh from the wok fire. Enjoy a 5-course celebration experience starting at $89.99, featuring premium entrees like New York prime strip steak tataki, oolong chili and sea bass, and lobster and prawn fried rice. Bold flavors, sizzling favorites, a meal made to impress. Because Dad deserves more than just a dinner. He deserves a celebration. Celebrate Father's Day with some sizzle. Only at P.F. Chang's.
The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match results bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in Ontario, Pennsylvania, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. New and existing customer offer, subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel, must be present in a state where it's legal to wager.
Hey DQ fans, nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, aka Pops, Poppy, or Papa, to one of our delicious fudge and crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good. Community Blood Center is teaming up with the Kansas City Royals for our annual Royals Weeks. Now through June 14th, help keep our blood supply strong ahead of these critical summer months. Join us to donate blood and receive 2 tickets to a select Royals home game this season. With a single donation, you could be the reason up to 3 people get out of the hospital and into the stands this summer. Schedule your donation today at savealifenow.org or call 877-468-6844.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to the home of the Royals, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
North KC, 169 highway southbound. A brief slow spot before the airport exit. Otherwise, things move pretty well towards downtown. Heading on the Kansas side, 35 northbound. Trip from Olathe to downtown is 20 minutes. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
All right, sports hills that you're willing to die on. You probably got one out there. I don't know why this keeps moving, brother. There you go.
I don't either.
It's all right. Internet's up. We're living. Everybody's got one. Texas Tech currently has one. This is their president talking about their issue going on.
Yeah, I think right now so many people are pointing the finger of like, well, he's going to play, he's going to play, he's going to play. He can play is what the judge said. What we're trying to do is get him into a healthy space to where he feels great about what he's doing and he can deal with this addiction in a healthy way. And that's day by day.
So they're just going to keep doing this.
Get bent.
And this is their hill that they're dying on, that they're doing, quote, everything they can to, quote, help said athlete Brendan Sorsby. I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're just trying to protect their face. They're trying to save face here. And it's not one that I think I would ever be willing to do on that hill, because what he needs is to get away from the game of football. He needs to get right with himself. And what they're doing is just, I don't know, it's just not professional. I don't enjoy it because if that kid has a serious problem that they are talking about, then what they need to do is get him away from football and not have him, around the facility and around these other guys, because that's just going to get him more and more that itch to maybe go back to that or relapse towards sports gambling. Everybody has their addictions. I'm sure we've all been there. I've known people that have had them. And, for instance, when we've had, buddies that have had drinking problems and we all want to hang out, it's like, hey, come on over. But if you don't mind, maybe leave the booze at the house. You don't need to be drinking around this, said person. Well, there's NA products. I get that. I understand that. But let's just respect what's going on and, get it out of sight, out of mind. Go to lunch, have a water or a tea or a Sprite, something like that. It's not, well, we're going to take him to a bar and just really, try to see if he really is over it. Like, that's not the professional way to do it. And Texas Tech is not doing that at all with this Sorsby kid, at least in my opinion.
Yep. No, I mean, he just shouldn't play. I mean, it's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, I mean, you did something wrong. You have to figure out why you kept doing said wrong problem, and then now you have to figure out how to get away from problem. And by what they're doing, that's not helping the process. So, to kind of shift gears, do you guys have a sports hill that you're still willing to die on?
I don't know that I've ever had one, really.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Never?
I don't think so. I was trying to think. I thought a lot about this, and I couldn't come up with one where I'm ready to die on a hill for anything. I don't know. I mean, it took you sent this yesterday at about noontime, roughly.
Yeah.
And here we are at 8 a.m. the next day, and I'm still going, I don't know that I have that hill that I'm willing to die on. The text line may know of a hill that I'm willing to die on, but from my standpoint, I'm like, I don't know that I've ever really had one of those.
Andy Reid GOAT? Would you die on that hill?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay, is that considered
that's one for you?
Okay, all right.
You took 2 seconds.
Yeah, Brett Veach Hill?
Yeah, I'll die on that.
You'll die on a Brett Veach Hill?
I guess, yeah. Okay, I guess when you put it like that way, I guess I was thinking like maybe bigger perspective.
No, I
don't know what I was thinking of, but I kept going round and round. I'm like, I don't know what hill I'm willing to die on that's really a bad. Like, I look, Andy Reid goat. There's a lot of people that would die on that hill, right?
It's not the same.
Right. So I guess I was thinking more along the lines of like, a hot take of something, some hill that I'm willing to die on that, nobody else agrees with or something like that. That's kind of where I took that because that's essentially what Texas Tech is doing right now.
Great text from 660, and you would agree with this as well, Bob. It would be a hill that you'd be on dying with this guy. Feel of the game over analytics.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's another good one. But again, I think that's the majority of sports fans are feel of the game. The only people who are analytics are the dorks and nerds that are employed by teams.
913, Bob just wants guys to perform like they care.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I'm willing to die on that hill. Perform like you care.
He will die on Brett Veach having a great chest.
Yep.
A great chest hill. My mistake. 816. You're right.
Yeah, that is true.
Right,
yeah, Brett Veach does have a great chest.
Dusty, any hills you die on in the sports world?
Yeah, I made one this week. Mahomes will retire Chief.
There we go. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he comes back and signs the one-day contract and throws a pass to the new future wide receiver.
That's a cop-out.
That's not, he never leaves.
Yeah.
And the other hill that I will die on and I will continue to die on, and how do you like me now? Toby Keith said one time, listen through your radio. Jack Caglione will be a superstar for the Kansas City Royals.
That's your hill. Yes.
Suck it, haters. Okay?
And it's happening. It's happening right now.
Before our eyes. Do you want me to go? You want some stats? These are his last 5 games: 2 hits and 4 at bats, 4 hits and 5 at bats, 3 hits and 3 at bats, no hits and 1 at bat, 2 hits and 3 at bats. Hello. I know that I'm hard.
Hello, America.
Hello. Best batting average on the team, best slug on the team, best OPS on the team.
That's not Bobby Witt Jr. you're talking about.
No, I'm talking
That's
about Jack
talking about a guy
Caglione.
that they told us at the beginning of the year was a part-time player.
And he's 22?
23.
Yeah, 23. Yeah.
6'5",
Incredible.
250.
Yes.
Size 17 foot. Dusty, how's your Cags guy doing? Where you at? Where you at now? I'm here. I'm right here waiting for you. Waiting with a 279 batting average with 19 RBI, 8 home runs, 351 OBP, 457 slug, 807 OPS. Get this mother Frito in the home run derby. Put him on the stage.
816. You might die on this. Free mattress to Good Home, 435 in View High.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Nicely done.
816. Hot take Royals are trash. It's not a hill that you die on, nor is it that hot of a take. Get some more hills. I would die on Sophie Cunningham's hill.
Hills.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. She's a babe. She's the one that threw the pass to Caitlin Clark when she hit the 3.
There you go.
Somebody says, Bob, you would die on the hill with warm butter at a wedding.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Weddings.
Yes, absolutely. But more and more people are coming around and understanding that serving people cold butter is a scam.
My hill, Tony won us that Super Bowl.
It's okay. I'm not going to.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was great in that Super Bowl.
Did they already have a lead?
The punt return was when they.
Did they have a lead? That just kind of like sealed the game. Am I wrong on that?
I think so. I think they only won by 3 in that game, right?
They definitely didn't seal anything. Yeah, that game wasn't sealed until the flag at the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Andy won us that game, but it's a good hill to die on.
Yeah. But that's what I was looking for. Something like that, where Kadarius Toney is the reason we won that Super Bowl. Like, that's a hill, right?
Mine was Sam Darnold for 3 years.
That's
or so.
a good one for you because you did. You stood up for that guy for no apparent reason, and now he's the Super Bowl quarterback.
I've got many text threads from all of my friends in my fantasy football leagues clowning me from years ago, and many tweets of me standing on the hill. So that turned out to be solid. My hill now would be that I've stood on for the past year or so with you guys is that Mahomes' production has not dropped the way that a lot of people nationally and in Kansas City may think it has. That would be my other hill.
Right.
That he's still playing at an elite level.
Here's one from the 913. Tony Gonzalez was a better tight end than Travis Kelce.
Woo! Love it. Love it.
I mean, rings.
That's a great conversation to have.
Great conversation, man. It's a great hill.
I mean, I love that topic.
Statistic-wise, Tony Gonzalez probably leads. I mean, catches, yards, touchdowns?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know about touchdowns, but I know he's got a lot of impressive stats that Travis will never catch.
Mm-hmm.
But Travis got the rings.
Travis has got the rings, and he's got Taylor Swift, and he's got the career, and he's got, life after football. Not that Tony doesn't, but let's see how we could talk about this.
I can die on this hill. Travis Kelce would be better on TV than Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah, that's, obvious. Travis has got it all. Tony had it all, too.
Yes, he did.
Travis has the rings. Tony doesn't. Tony played where he was the only weapon for the most part in the passing game. Obviously, Priest Holmes was there, and Eddie Kinnison was there, but it wasn't like it is now. If you want to die on the hill that Tony Gonzalez is a better tight end than Travis Kelce, I'm here to have that conversation. Yeah, I love that conversation. And that's no knock against Travis at all. That just shows you how great both of these players are. And I think you'd have a conversation round and round and round about this, and I don't know that we'd ever have the right answer of who the better tight end is. But I like that hill.
Travis Kelce, 1,080 receptions, 13,002 yards.
Yep.
Tony Gonzalez, 1,325 receptions, 15,127 yards.
And 78 more games.
Yeah. Tony Gonzalez had 11.4 yards per reception. Travis Kelce has 11.2 or 12.
So 78 more games. He has 2,000 more yards receiving than Travis Kelce?
Yes.
Yeah, conversation over. Travis is the better one. 78 games? You know how many years that is?
Yeah, so you can't use that. Well, he was the only one. Yeah, statistically, Kelce is
now
even
that
with
you
all
said the
those other
78 games, it changes everything.
Changes
everything. Travis is the number one tight end.
And if you look at playoff stats, and I know, you got to get the playoffs. Well, yeah, but you also have to become, when we're talking about greats, you level up. Travis Kelce is, forget tight ends, he's one of maybe the best playoff weapon in NFL history. He's next to Jerry Rice in every stat.
And
Jerry Rice.
And he wasn't for a while. The first part of his career, he was not good in the playoffs because I was crushing him, dropping passes, not playing good, missing the half, like all that kind of stuff that went on in the postseason. It's like, if you're going to be a big-time player, you got to play when the moments are big. Okay, Bob, hold my beer. I'm going to go out there and show you now what I can do in the playoffs. And now, as you said, he's next to Jerry Rice in every single category. And then you mentioned the 78 games. I mean, that's an eternity in the. That's like 5 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
So to say that he's only 2,000 yards behind in 78 less games, that shows you how damn good Travis Kelce is.
Travis Kelce's played 13 years. Tony Gonzalez played 17. Tony Gonzalez had 4 years where he had 1,000 or more yards. He did that 4 different times. Only once they do it back to back. Travis Kelce did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
like
6,
8
7,
times?
8 straight times.
Yeah. Yeah, which I think he's the only, or he was tied. It's one of the, he's up there.
Yeah.
Only a few guys have ever done that ever.
Yeah,
Mike Evans, a couple of guys.
I like that hill at the beginning of this conversation, and now that we've been educated, I hate that hill for you, man. Because I mean, on the surface area, good conversation, and then Mac throws in a couple of numbers like that. You're like, maybe it is Travis Kelce.
If I was that Tony G. Hill Dyer, I think my biggest argument would be the position changed way too much, and you got more usage because Tony G was the one who changed the position, and he opened the door for guys like Gronk and Kelce to have that sort of statistical production. But yeah, no, it's Kelce. More hills to die on. Golf's a sport. Come on,
Let's go.
It is.
That's a hill to die on.
I mean, it's just a fact. Josh Allen will never get a Super Bowl.
What's a hill?
Yep.
I'm kind of with him on that. I don't think it's ever going to happen for Josh Allen. I really don't.
Will it ever happen for the Bills?
No.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen with Jim Kelly and Josh Allen, it's not going to happen with anybody.
I bet a hill you die on, Mac, is this one.
Oh, yeah?
John Elway's the most overrated quarterback of all time.
Love that. Is that in the text line?
No, but that's something I just brought that up.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's absolutely one of my biggest hills. Yes.
Or
overrated.
I guess the other one would be like he wasn't even the best quarterback of his era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was never the best player even when he was playing.
No, he wasn't. No,
Forget being a top 10 quarterback of
Joe
all time.
Montana was much better than John Elway.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody would I remember growing up. It was there were never conversations about Elway. It was always about Joe Montana.
I think one of the hills that I die on in college basketball is that Roy Williams doesn't deserve his first title in North Carolina.
Woo!
Those weren't his kids.
Doesn't deserve is interesting.
It's Matt Doherty's roster.
Yeah.
He just came in and coached him. It's like when John Gruden went to Tampa.
But Roy followed it up with many championships after that too. So
that wasn't the take.
No, I understand that, but it's like he won others. I mean, so this happens all the time though in sports, and like what's his name at Illinois should not get credit for going to the national championship game because those are Bill Self's players. Yeah.
Again, the take wasn't that though. The take is the first title that he won in North Carolina is that he doesn't deserve that one. He doesn't deserve the total credit for that. That was Matt Doherty's roster.
Yeah.
And they were just that. You know how Carolina is, man. We just saw it this year with who they got rid of. So, there's a lot of them out there. Because, I mean, that's what's crazy is, like, not only did not only did John Gruden take over Tony Dungy's team, he then got to play his team that he just had left and then knew everything. Maybe that's a on the hill die. John Gruden might be the most overrated head football coach of all time.
Oh, I hate that, but yeah. No,
I mean, what did he do other than that Super Bowl?
Yeah, yep.
And it wasn't even, it was a roster that he was gifted. Now, again, he's got to coach him. I totally get that. But let's not forget, like, he didn't build that roster. Now, he got Brad Johnson to somehow carry that team with that defense. That defense was electric. And one of the, probably, in my opinion, my favorite defense in the NFL of all time. And literally like an all-pro at every position on the field. John Lynch, Rondé Barber, Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice. I mean, just loaded. Derek Brooks. I mean, just insane talent on that roster. But that's what sports are about. You know, you get to have these debates, and then you get to, you know, go back and forth with them. Hopefully they don't lead to, like, an argument.
Yes. MJ's the GOAT. I'll die on that from the 660.
Well, that's fair. That's funny you say that because LeBron says he's the GOAT.
He does.
And he should say he's the GOAT. Everybody should say they're the GOAT when you're one of the greatest players of all time. I would have been disappointed if LeBron didn't say that. You've got to support yourself. You've got to get out there and champion you for the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and he's one of the few who like actually has that case. Yeah, as an athlete, you should think you're the best. That's going to help you perform the way you want to. But also, like he actually is one of the only guys who are. It's like, yeah, you could put together a pretty good case that he is.
You could, yeah. And he named a couple of others too that he thought could be considered the greatest of all time. And I don't really think he missed on anybody. He talked about Bird and MJ and Magic and himself. Obviously, I mean Kareem.
Yep.
Shaq, Will is in that category. I would imagine maybe Oscar Robertson you throw in there as well, the logo, Jerry West. But, I mean, there's not a lot of players in any sport where you could put in that category of the greatest of all time. And LeBron's in that category, and he should say he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and these quotes come from Time Magazine. He says, I'm not taking nobody over me. There's no question. But I think Mike will say the same thing, James said. Rest his soul, Kobe will say the same thing. Magic will say the same thing. Bird will say the same thing. Shaq could say the same thing. The late, great Wilt, Kareem. I don't think none of us are going to take somebody else. So, depending on how you take the quote, like, I'm the GOAT. Okay. And then you go back and, and you could do the same thing in baseball. Like, I bet Babe Ruth, if he was still alive today, would be like, oh, I'm better than Ohtani. I'd take myself over that guy. Ted Williams might say he's the best hitter. Tony Gwynn would say he's the best hitter. All these guys would say that. So, I don't know. It's like you, Mac. I really hate the conversation because you could debunk LeBron and Michael Jordan in so many different ways.
Yeah, there's no right answer.
Like, who scored the most points in the NBA's history?
Yeah, LeBron.
Okay. Who's got the most rings or I guess not most rings, but who's won 2 3-peats in the finals?
Yep.
Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 2 different times he won 3-peats. And, like, when we talk about the greatness stats, right, and we were talking about this the other day with, like, Ohtani and Mahomes and how the stats, when you're a great, is when the stats make you sit back and go, what the F? Like, Like I've said it 100 times, but it's like when Mahomes' career had started, like, what's the earliest exit in the playoffs? Overtime in the AFC Championship game. Ohtani strikes out the side, hits the home runs in the World Series. And then you think of like Michael Jordan. Yeah, he won 6 championships, and how he did that is he won 2 different 3-peats.
Yep.
In like 8 years. And he played baseball because he got caught gambling. They didn't want to ruin the sport.
Yeah.
How about this for a hill?
Yeah, this is your hill. Yeah, I was waiting for you to bring this up.
How about this hill? And maybe you'll disagree with me, Bob, and that's okay. Michael Jordan is the luckiest athlete of all time.
How so?
Again, not a lot of it is his fault. Sometimes luck is not your fault, right? Sometimes in golf, you hit a tree and it goes right into the fairway, and your buddy hits the same shot and he can't find his ball. That's luck, not my fault. Just happened. Michael Jordan, for me, is the luckiest athlete because of the time that he was an athlete. There were no cell phones. There was no media really to capture what he was doing. If there was, I'm sure we'd have a lot of different storylines about Michael Jordan. 2, he didn't get suspended from basketball because he was such a big face and polarizing athlete that they couldn't put that on his career, so he decided to go play baseball. For the White Sox. Coincidence? I think not. And instead of suspending Michael Jordan and putting a lash on his career where he comes back in a scarlet letter, instead it was the number 45, he got to get away with it. That to me is lucky. Stern was like, hey man, I can't destroy my sport right now. It was booming with Michael Jordan at that time in 1996 or 1995. And you couldn't do that. That's luck. That doesn't happen today. The phones, the cameras, that doesn't happen today. And the other thing is that he gets lucky because he did have a big three. He had an amazing sporting cast in that second run of the three-peat. He had Rodman and he had Pippen. And people would crush the Celtics when they had Pierce, Allen, and Garnett. People crushed the Heat when they had Wade, Bosh, and LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Wade, Bosh, and LeBron is very similar to Pippen, Jordan, and Rodman. Like, Bosh was a scorer, don't get me wrong. Rodman didn't score. Rodman would have some insane stats where he'd have 0 points and 23 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that he has been blessed with the timing of his career that can make him one of the luckiest, if not the luckiest athlete of all time.
Yeah, I think calling him lucky takes away from his genius and how good he was on the court. And calling him lucky, I mean, it's.
But none of what I said was really on the court, other than like. Actually, none of what I said is on the court.
Yeah, but I also think when you look at Michael Jordan, you could say any athlete before social media is lucky. And Derek Jeter, let's call it what it is right now. Guy was signing NDAs as people were coming into his house, and you were getting a gift basket as you were leaving, and you had to leave your cell phone at the door. And so all these, like, back in the day, baseball players and teams that would ride the train with the media, and all that kind of stuff, they were probably lucky because who knew what was going on those trains? And I think a lot of it has to do with the product of the era in which you play. And, to defend the NBA a little bit, if that's what they did was send Jordan away for 2 years to play baseball because of the gambling stuff, well, that's what you want to do. You could have ruined your league at that point in time if you found out that there was some kind of gambling connection to the NBA, because it wasn't accepted back then like it is now. Even now, you find a gambling connection, unless you're Texas Tech. You're suspending people and you're holding people accountable for all that kind of stuff. Gambling is one of those biggest, snafus. But I really believe back then with the NBA where it was and the peak that it was with Michael Jordan, if all of a sudden you suspended him because he was gambling or there was gambling involved with the NBA, I think it absolutely could have ruined that sport. And so that's why you did it the way that you did. I don't necessarily have a problem with that per se, because they were trying to do what was best for the greatest good of the NBA. Imagine if the NBA got messed up in that scandal and that went away, not just players, but how many people's jobs in front offices and things like that. So I think that was a move to kind of save face and probably save the league at that point in time, if that was what was going on, which everybody seems to believe was going on with Michael Jordan at the time. So that's a save the face league at that point in time.
Can I add one thing on the basketball court to your take, Dusty? Because I don't hate the take. I like it. I think one thing basketball wise is there was no double teaming. There was no zones in the NBA. You could not double team anybody. You could not run a zone. So when you watch Michael Jordan, yeah, he's going against one guy the whole time. Imagine LeBron James going against one guy the whole time. He would have scored 45 points a game.
Mm-hmm. Imagine Wemby being single covered.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to do it, right? You wouldn't be able to do it. It'd be impossible for guys that good. So, yeah, that's another thing where I'm like, from a basketball perspective, damn, the game's just so much different.
It is, yeah.
Speaking of basketball, I love Carrington's hill that he dies on, that Wilt Chamberlain never scored 100 points.
Yeah, that is a fun one. Yeah.
We don't have evidence of that.
Yeah, one of the more overrated athletes ever, Wilt Chamberlain.
A lot of hills there. Coming up next, we get back into the World Soccer Championship conversation and rule changes. Plus, Team USA plays tonight against Paraguay. We'll get into it here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas State Sports.
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, my friends at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control do work that is unmatched here in Kansas City. And I tell people this all the time. If they can fix our yard, they can do absolutely wonderful things with your lawn, because your yard is not as bad as ours was before Aspen Lawn and Pest Control took over a year ago. And they came in and just basically redid our entire property from the front yard to the backyard and everything in between. We went from an area that couldn't grow grass to an area that now is beautiful. It even has my neighbors looking at it going, man, what did you do to that yard? I go, it's Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. You see their iconic blue truck parked outside all the time. You know exactly what's going on. They were out the the other day. They gave us a fresh cut. My wife loves it every single time when they come and cut the grass. She goes, man, it looks so good, doesn't it? I go, yeah, it really does. And you know what? We spend a lot of time outside looking at our yard because we have the mosquito dome over our house as well. It keeps all those pests out, makes the yard safe for our dog, and we're able to sit out there and enjoy all those spring and summer nights. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. Expect the best. Don't wait. Visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Lawman! Jungle Law!
It's the Lawman. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, call me ASAP, 816-816-9111. I recovered millions for my clients. Take it away.
The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law team. Call the Lawman. Let the fight begin. The Lawman gets results. Jungle Law.
Come see me get roasted August 1st at 7 p.m. at the Uptown Theater. Go to junglelaw.com for details.
The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
As World Soccer hits the big stage, take the field with Fanatics Sportsbook. It's built for fans who want more from their bet. This summer, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every moment count with 10 100% profit boosts over the first 10 tournament days. That's one profit boost per game day. So every time the world's best hits the pitch, you've got a chance to double your winnings. And every goal, every save, every result means more. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit TrulyHardSeltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
So, you're ready to propose, huh? Yeah, man. She's definitely the one. What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler. I could use some help with that. Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
If the high cost of filling up is weighing you down, lighten your load at Hy-Vee. This Saturday and Sunday, get a 30-cent per gallon fuel discount with every $60 purchase. Stock up on groceries and stack up the fuel savings. Earn 30 cents per gallon with your $60 purchase. 60 cents per gallon with a $120 purchase. The more you spend, the more you'll save. Your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss the 2-day Fuel Saver event this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
Soccer Fever is in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is your headquarters for official merchandise, apparel, tailgate, and watch party needs. And Hy-Vee makes game day so easy. They have ready-to-go wings, pizza, party trays, charcuterie, and of course, all those delicious sweet treats. If you're planning a cookout, great. Hy-Vee special recipe brats, burgers, and steaks are the best. Check out their match day meat bundle for only $30. And don't forget about Hy-Vee's wine and spirits department. For all of your game day needs, count on Hy-Vee.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony. Plumbing, heating, cooling, and electric. Missouri side 70 westbound heading out of Blue Springs. Heavy past Woods Chapel over towards Little Blue Parkway with some debris in the roadway. Home issues rarely happen at a convenient time. When HVAC, plumbing, or electrical issues happen, you need a team that shows up. Even on weekends and holidays, Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric shows up. With flexible financing, comfort is always within reach. Plus, enjoy $500 off a new HVAC system this summer. Schedule today at AnthonyPHCE.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it on 96.5 The Fan. It's a beautiful Friday. 69 degrees outside. Hell of a night for a ball game. Can't wait.
Smash.
What's better, the sound of baseball or the smells of baseball?
Sound.
The crack of the bat, the pop of the glove.
I can get a lot of the
organ.
smells of baseball at other places. The sound's not replicable.
Yeah.
The dirt, the bat. Yeah, the ball hitting the glove on a fast pitch or something. Yeah, dude.
I do love the sound of a ball and the crack of the bat. Just something about it.
It's amazing.
Jack Caglione in his last 6 games, 12 of 19, 4 extra base hits, 5 RBI, OPS of 1.734.
I know that I'm hard.
Nice shirt, Mac. I love it that you're wearing that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's appropriate. Didn't get the win, but
no,
still,
yeah,
Cag's performing well. And that's what we can hang our hats on this year.
And not only that, was hitting 7th, and a lot of people were like, put him 4th, and then he moves up 2 hits again.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems that he's jumped that in his young career and gotten much better. Seeing the ball, hitting the ball, as Bob would say, see ball, hit ball. He is seeing ball, hit ball. It looks like it's a beach ball right now getting thrown to Jack Caglione. The men's U.S. soccer team plays tonight. You could take a flyer, say maybe they win the World Cup. You never know. Or you could take a mathematician's credit for it who's been right 3 times in a row.
I think I seem to have a death wish. After getting it right 3 times in a row, I picked a team that is considered to be not amongst the favorites this time around. Netherlands is one of those countries that persistently performs above the batting average that it should have, based on the foundations of the country.
You have been famous now for your forecasts about the world of football, the world of soccer for our American viewers. Tell me about it.
Yes. So what I do is I use an economic model that uses economic variables to try to predict which teams are likely to win. And that model simply rests on 4 factors. First of all, population. If you have more people in your country, you have a bigger talent pool to tap into. The second one is climate. You need to be able to play soccer year-round. If it's too hot, too cold, you can't play it, and that gives you a natural disadvantage. The third one is being wealthy enough to have the infrastructure to develop talent. It's not just enough to have a big talent pool, you also have to have the schools, the training grounds, etc., to develop them into world-class players. And then the fourth one is the current FIFA World Ranking, just to get an idea which teams have a particularly good generation of players right now.
So,
really interesting.
It's nothing based on what you do on the field other than that last one that he said with the world ranking.
Yep.
I just still am very interested to see how these soccer players from other countries are going to handle the humidity. Not only here, but they're also playing in Mexico and Canada. I don't think there's obviously humidity up there, but like the high altitude and in Mexico, like that's tough. And then you know what Ichiro said about Kansas City in August, right? Like,
good thing they'll be here in July.
Yeah, right. Well, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, right? July or August. Well, shoot, here we are. But I do get kind of juiced up when it comes to this part of the World Soccer Championship, because now it's here. Now they're playing. Now you get to get locked in. Now you can kind of check out with everything now you get to follow it. Now you get to see if they can win their first game against Paraguay tonight. And you're going to want to check out because there are some new rules, and Rebecca Lowe breaks it down.
In this World Cup, we also have the implementation of some new rules, several of which are aimed at reducing time wasting. Teams will only have 5 seconds to take throw-ins and goal kicks.
Love it.
A substituted player must leave the pitch within 10 seconds. VAR is now able to check corners and second bookings, and each half will feature a cooling break.
A cooling break.
Well, we have that in youth soccer too. You got to have that.
You can't have people passing out, dude.
Have to.
No, my comment on was we didn't have that.
No, we didn't. No, it's never been that way. Yeah, no. I think
when a guitar in the desert.
Really, we're not cooling off.
Yeah, I don't know if they did. I don't think they did have that in the past. But I mean, extreme heats in the United States with the humidity. I mean, you have to have that because there's no substitutions in the sport. There's no defensive. You're on defense, so you're off the field when the team's on offense. There's none of that. There's no substitutions. Literally, you're out on the field the entire time, and once you come out, you're out. And so they've got to have these water breaks.
I do love the 5-second throw-in rule and on goal kicks, and I love the 10 seconds of submission. Like, get off the field.
Yeah, but it doesn't really make any sense to me. The lady said we're trying to speed up the game, so you're changing things. Like it's a running clock. Whether you take 5 seconds or 10 seconds to throw in the ball, that clock's still going. It's still running. It's not stopping, and we're not slowing down the game.
That's adding to extra time at the end of the game.
I don't think that does. I think that only comes from injury time when you're down on the field.
I don't know. I mean, that's always the way I understood it, was that it did add to extra time.
It did add, like throw-ins add extra time.
Yeah, and that's why people stand there.
Oh, my God. So why do you want the extra time at the end? Just get rid of it. Sometimes I thought they were just standing there to take a break. I didn't really know that added the extra time on at the end. Well, okay, if that adds the extra time on the end, then I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, and it's better that way. But it sure seems like idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. They're working on things to speed up the game, and then they're adding this 3-minute break, which is going to 6 minutes because it's 3 in each half, negates everything that they're doing right there. Because usually you look at extra time, it's about 6-7 minutes every time.
Yeah, I do like players, or I like you got to cover your mouth, or you can't cover your mouth anymore or if you leave the field in protest. I love that. We're punishing the tantrums in soccer.
Good.
I do like that.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Are we punishing the flopping though? Because that's really where they should be punishing. If it looks like you flop, go to the VAR, look at that. If you flop, red card.
If you're treated for an injury, you must stay out for a minute. So now if you fake that injury, all right,
is that a new rule that they put in?
That's a new rule.
Okay.
That is a new rule.
Good.
I like that rule.
I like that rule too.
I think that's their attempt to deal with that.
Yeah, because that's the one thing like non-soccer fans always complain about. You got the low-hanging fruit in every sport. And for soccer, it's this guy is faking it. He's flopping. It's a fake injury. Nobody believes any injury is real in soccer. They run out with that like gurney from the 1940s and throw that guy on that thing and bring him back in. People, and then they spray paint something on the ground and then it disappears. Like people look at that and they go, okay, I'm not buying this. So you got to speed up the flopping as well. I think that's really what adds to the delay of these games. And now we've already had a snafu with Fox because, we're an American network, and so we're going to televise games like we do in America. They took that water break. Fox cut away, didn't come back until after the action started. They were in commercial break. So soccer fans are ticked about that as well now. But you know what? They got to pay the bills. FIFA is charging all this money. I don't blame Fox. So you missed a pass. Big deal.
Huge deal.
Coming up next, we'll get into Jamie Watson to talk all things World Soccer Championship, and we'll dive down into the United States game against Paraguay tonight here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Watson, yes!
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are here to make your life easier. Isn't that what it's all about? Everybody coming together as a community to help out each other? Well, that's what they're doing at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2, because their mission is to build strong partnerships between their members, their business partners, customers, and community. And the best part about it is there is no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. So if you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. The Sheet Metal Workers will help adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce, and they'll even train your current employees as well. And now that gives you the power to bid every project that suits your business model. They'll provide you the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry. And you know they're going to do it right because they spend over 137 years in Kansas City developing those relationships. There's no downside. It's completely free and zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and your profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Baseball season is in full swing, and that means the summer heat is coming. The guys at Climate Control have been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years, and they know how to get your cooling system ready to handle our scorching hot summer weather. Stay cool and comfortable this summer. Call Climate Control today at 816-265-2830. 816-265-2830 for all your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Wow your dad this Father's Day. Gift him perfectly aged, oh-so-tender steaks and hand-selected gift packages from Omaha Steaks. Get USDA-certified tender steaks at your local Omaha Steaks store at the Fountains in Overland Park. Or go to omahasteaks.com for fast delivery.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client portrayal and endorsement. Choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
After my car wreck, there was a lot I didn't know.
I do know. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call me. I've got this.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side 70 westbound, heavy out of Blue Springs from Woods Chapel over towards Little Blue Parkway with an earlier accident, debris in the roadway. Past that, things slow at 40 Highway westbound and stay sluggish to the Blue Ridge cutoff with trouble on the right shoulder. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Range Bait with Dusty Likens is now up on the Fan's YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter channels. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
9 o'clock on a Friday, Kansas City, Bob Fesco, Mac Morey, Dusty Likens, all with you as we are an hour away from hitting our weekend. We want you guys to continue staying here on 96.5 The Fan. You've got Cody and Gold coming up next. You've got Carrington, full show, and then Josh Verner at 6 o'clock as the Royals on Deck show will start. They play tonight at 7:10 against the Houston Astros, but tonight at 8 o'clock, the United States plays Paraguay, and we are now joined by Jamie Watson as our insider for this. Is presented by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. Jamie, how are you now that we got this thing started and kicking around?
Watson! I am so excited. I love that. Great start. It's only downhill from here after that. Awesome
No. We'll keep going. Hey, is it a disappointment of all time if the United States doesn't make the knockout stage?
Oh, hot one right off the bat. Is it the biggest disappointment of all time? I feel like that's like saying a food is a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. There can always be something a little bit better, I feel like. So could there be a lower disappointment of all time? Probably. Would it be a massive, epic, hugely embarrassing failure if they don't get out of the group at home? Yes, it would be as disastrous for U.S. soccer if they do not get out of the group stage in a home World Cup with this group. I'll go as far as to say that.
Yeah, it will be. I think a lot of disappointed people as we talk to Jamie Watson, who does, of course, analyst work on MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. The World Cup is here, began yesterday, and talking a little bit about this American team, man. And I'm older, Jamie, so, I've been around 50 years, and so it's like you see when I was a kid, soccer's going to be the next big thing, and then my kids hear that soccer is going to be the next big thing, and we're still waiting for it to explode here in the United States like we dominate all the other world sports. How do we finally get to that point where our men's team is dominating at that national level?
It's a great question. I'm glad you said the men's dominating, by the way, because the women have been dominating on the world scale for a long time. Got to give them their fair due because they've been downright dominant. Now, when you look back to the last time the World Cup was in the United States, 1994, 2 years later, Major League Soccer launched off of that momentum from 94.
Okay.
Now we're 30 years into Major League Soccer. Sporting Kansas City are a staple in the community, and you've seen just how solid ground Major League Soccer is in. Well, we're not going to be launching a league off the back of this World Cup, but what I do think that we can do here, guys, if the United States can have a successful, deep run in the tournament, but also they can do it in a way that's entertaining and it's so exciting for fans to watch. I think it can get fans that are on the fence about soccer or like, I kind of like it, but man, I watched that 2026 World Cup. I saw one of the 6 matches in Kansas City. It's absolutely amazing. I'm dying to go see a Sporting Kansas City or a Kansas City Current game now, and then it converts even more fans. I've said my entire life, I just turned 40 in April, we're in a generational shift. My parents knew nothing about soccer, yet they took me to soccer. They were like, all right, let's just let you run some energy out, whatnot. And then now I don't know a life without it. It's basically supported me my entire life. Now my kids don't know a life without soccer. They had a team before they could even walk, and they understood what that meant. There was a team. This World Cup can continue that on if the U.S. men's national team can capture the hearts of fans by doing it in an entertaining and fun way while also having success, and that's ultimately winning games.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because this U.S. men's team is got a lot of youth on their side, obviously spearheaded by Christian Pulisic. But what is maybe some other names that we could watch for that maybe we're not hearing about? Because I know Pulisic's obviously to the average person that watches, that's the guy they're going to look for. But what's the surrounding talent that is young and can be pretty solid on this team?
First name that comes to mind is one of the hardest things to do in soccer is score goals. So the first name that comes to mind is the goal scorer, Flo again. This is a guy that's been lighting it up, scoring goals while he plays at Monaco, and he'll be the starting center forward. And we actually have a center forward that looks like he is capable of producing a moment of magic. He can really... He has got a track record of scoring goals in Europe, but he can really take a game over at a moment's notice, and he can blow by any defender, big, strong, quick, whatever. He can do that. I think when it's all said and done, Flo Balogun is the player we're going to be talking about that impressed the most by scoring the most goals, and I cannot wait to see if he catches form and he starts to score goals one after another, gets that momentum. He could be a player that we ride deep into this tournament to go along with Pulisic and Weston McKennie and a lot of the other pieces to the puzzle.
What about the entertaining and exciting part you talked about? I found that very interesting that was the first way you said fans would, adapt the men's soccer team or adopt the men's soccer team, I should say, if it's an entertaining and exciting brand of soccer. How much has sports, in your opinion, even changed over maybe the last 10 or 15 years where entertaining has to be maybe the number one thing you're looking at now when you're putting together a team? Because if it's not entertaining, it's just like a TV show. You're going to bounce if it's boring.
That's the reality of it, isn't it? You guys know this. You got to be able to find a way in which you're effective, because ultimately everybody loves a winner, right? If you're winning games, that's fun. It's contagious. Everybody wants to be a part of it. But for the U.S. men's national team, the realistic expectation is they're not winning the World Cup. You know that. I know that. If they do, this would be miracle on ice times a million. But if they can make a deep run and show that they belong, and they do it in a way that's like, hey, we're actually really good and we're really fun to watch, and we get numbers forward. We're scoring goals. We're not just sitting back. We're not just taking punches and getting beat up like a little brother, and then at the last second we pull a fast one on big brother and get the win. But we all know that we got our butts kicked the whole time. It's things like that. You got to have Serginho Dest on one side. Hopefully Anthony Robinson is all well and good. He scored a world-class goal against Germany last Saturday in Chicago in the send-off match. Man, we need players taking chances at the right times, not taking chances and costing us the game, but taking chances in the final third, getting numbers in the box, scoring goals, having a bit of edge about them, I don't care what you think about me, I'm going to celebrate in your face. I'm going to make this to where I have all the confidence in the world. It's you're having to adapt to me. I'm not having to adapt to you. That's what I'd like to see from this group. Maybe it's a little bit of romanticism to hope we see that, but if the group did that, that's what grabs the casual fan and says, all right, I'm in on this soccer thing. Let me go check it out when the tournament's done with Sporting KC or Kansas City Current, etc.
Talking with Jamie Watson. He's our World Cup insider here. It's presented by Lowe's. Find what you need to get projects done from brands you trust at prices you'll love. Lowe's, we help you save. Jamie, I got to ask you this, man. What is Paraguay got to do tonight to make sure the USA doesn't win?
The longer this game goes without the United States scoring, the more pressure starts to mount. That's the better for Paraguay. Paraguay need to make this ugly. They need to make this boring. They need to make this stop-start. The less aesthetically pleasing it is to watch this game, the better that is for the United States opponent tonight, Paraguay. If the United States gets an early goal, that opens things up, and then it sends the watch party that will be going crazy down at the World War I Memorial. If you're at the Power Light District with Nate Bukaty, he'll be there. Sporting Kansas City, voice of the team for so long. That would be great. And I know, Fesco, you guys go way back. You and Nate. Yeah. I've just been catching up on Kansas City soccer thanks to him. Been reading his book that he just came out with Rustin Dodd. Perfect Pitch. That's been awesome to watch, man. You guys are going to be in a treat for all the watch parties, all the games you've got, Argentina and Messi coming into town. I mean, it's incredible times right now in Kansas City, which is a hotbed for soccer. I don't need to tell you guys this, but it's going to be so exciting. And if the U.S. wins tonight against Paraguay, that's only going to build more and more momentum for the fan and the casual fan alike as this tournament progresses.
Have you, seen this mathematician who's picked the last 3 World Cup winners, and this year he's got the Netherlands winning it all? How do you stand on his prediction, and who do you like in this, Jamie?
Whoa, who's that? Hold on. Now let's talk really important things here. If he's predicting the last 3, why is he not predicting the Powerball numbers?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, because he factors in like weather of the country and like just not sports stuff is what he's factored in the last 3 World Cups, and he's nailed the winner every single time.
You're onto something. I don't know who this is. Maybe I'm following the wrong people on social media. Look, Netherlands, they're number 8 in the world right now. This is a group that probably is in that second tier, not the top tier of teams in the tournament, but it's not crazy to think that they can't progress on. They've got a ridiculous team as well too, and this is a group that they're fun to watch, man. They had a run and got knocked out by Argentina in a dramatic fashion in the last World Cup. Not crazy to think that, but maybe this guy's onto something that we need to be onto. And now, give us the heads up if he makes it another World Cup prediction in a row. I'm not doubting this guy going forward.
Yeah, exactly. If he picks 4 straight, holy cow! So who do you like winning this whole thing?
Look, I'm gonna state the obvious here. There's the number 1 team in the world. It's France. I got a chance to do France versus Brazil at Gillette Stadium at the end of March, and Brazil was a top 5 team at the time, and France played them off the park. France even went down a player and still scored a second goal against Brazil. They were miles better than Brazil. France could put 2 teams in this tournament. I think they'd both get out of their group stage. They're that deep. They're that good. Yeah, for me, I don't think it's particularly close, but there is a knockout element to it, and it's not a best of 7 series. You lose one game, you're out. You have one mistake, you're out when it gets to the knockout stage. Crazier things have happened, but I believe confidently France are that much better than their opponents heading into this tournament.
So Mbappe is still just him.
No, he's the guy.
Is Zinedine Zidane still headbutting people?
You know what? Wouldn't that be? Hey, maybe there's the entertainment we need right there from the United States. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I wouldn't want to take that one for the team, but we're still talking about all these years later, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's great. Jamie, we appreciate the time, man. We continue to talk to you throughout this World Cup, and take it easy and enjoy it all tonight, man.
Looking forward to it. You guys as well. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Jamie.
You bet. That is Jamie Watson. He is presented by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. We come back. We talk about Sean Payton getting extended because he deserved it. Plus, there's a guy in Kansas City that's hotter than the humidity currently here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fesco and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and from those makers of Surfside, something new is hitting the shelves this summer. Introducing Super Light, the new vodka plus 8-can cocktail. Inspired by classic sports drink flavors, Super Light comes in 4 delicious flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and my favorite, the blue chill. With only 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for the summer. Whether you're on the greens and making those putts, shooting hoops with your friends, or soak up the sun at a baseball game, Super Light is here to fuel the moment.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? Right now at Peter's Clothiers, save 30% on select Johnny O styles. Premium comfort, timeless style, and savings Dad will love. Stop by Peter's Clothiers today at 124th and State Line Road.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 15th, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add 1 line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Hey, this is Lauren. And a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's going to add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken, breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business?
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. Beginning, middle, or end of the year, it's always a great time to take control of your financial life. And the Jill on Money podcast is here to help. Your questions make it possible for me to provide unconventional and entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Follow and listen to Jill on Money wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey DQ fans, nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, aka Pops, Poppy, or Papa, to one of our delicious fudge and crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circus Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Today, expect a sunny day with a high of 84.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
The countdown to the World Soccer Championship is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Visit bluekc.com/benefit of blue for more information. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of doubt, I take a look at myself and realize there's nothing left. I'm sorry. That's Cody's bit. I love this song, though. Coolio, man. Every time we play it, I always bring that up. But, yeah, here we are. Are you getting a little juice? Are you getting a little juice for the game tonight?
Oh, absolutely. For U.S.
Paraguay, USA?
Let's go.
I want to go back to something this gentleman said, though. He said there'd be 2 teams from France that could make the knockout stage.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Real quick, are there 2 teams in any American professional sport that could advance to the postseason?
Dodgers.
Maybe.
I mean, I think. But I mean,
maybe.
You just don't have that in baseball because, I don't know if you'd have 9 guys in 9 different spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't think you do. But, I mean, that just shows you the talent, though, level that is there. Like,
I know. We're missing the boat here. College football. There's probably some teams at Alabama or Georgia.
With the portal now, though, and guys jumping all over the place, you can't really stockpile talent,
what's
right?
What's the question again?
But he said that 2 teams from France could advance to the knockout round.
Their backups.
They're so good that their backouts could be.
Gotcha.
I'm asking, are there any American sports teams where you could say 2 let's just say Kansas Jayhawk basketball teams could have made the NCAA tournament, or 2 Yankees could make the postseason in Major League Baseball, or 2 Chiefs could make it into the Super Bowl, not to the Super Bowl, but to the playoffs in the NFL, or 2 Knicks teams or 2 Spurs teams, could make it in. Like, you're so deep that your second tier is better than that's where we're going against with France right now, is that their second team is so good that they could by themselves go out there and be a team in the World Cup by themselves alone. So by him saying that, I'm looking at that and going, unless France just gags this thing away, which is very possible, right? Yeah. They have to be one of those top teams that you're looking at going into the World Cup. But I thought that was just remarkable. That's how good France is, that they are so deep that you can go out there and play with 2 teams in the World Cup and still be better than half the field that is currently in the World Cup right now.
Yeah, I would think it's got to be a college sports team. And I get the NIL portal and stuff like that, because what was it at one point, like Alabama's running back room?
Yeah.
It was like Derrick Henry.
It's definitely still a college football team. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's got to be. Because they even though the portal, Bob, there's guys that'll stay there for 2 or 3 years. They've got freshmen that are 5-star freshmen that are just going to start and be Heisman, candidates. So I would say that, but still, that's
probably very few though.
Very few.
I don't even know if it's Alabama anymore.
No, it might not be Alabama. It's Ohio State.
It's Georgia.
Yeah, probably Texas.
But Texas doesn't win with their star players. They're a fraud.
Yeah.
Like think about it. Like, maybe it is only Georgia and Ohio State.
Yeah, it would only be a couple of schools, and it's no one in basketball. No,
not in basketball.
No,
you can't.
You can't. Spread too thin.
Right.
8 countries have won the World Cup. I said that earlier. Can you name me the 8?
France.
Okay.
England.
Okay.
Spain.
Okay.
Who do you say? France, England, Spain?
Argentina.
No, 4. Yep. There's Argentina. Yep.
Then you have Germany.
5.
You have Brazil.
6.
Mexico.
Nope.
England.
I said England. Right?
I said England. Yep.
Yeah. Wales.
No.
Nope.
We're missing an obvious one.
You're missing one obvious one, and the other one's not as obvious. It's a good trivia question. You're going to know when I say it, I believe, but not obvious. One is obvious that you're missing. Right now, you've got Brazil, Germany, France, England, Argentina, and Spain. You're missing
Portugal?
2. Not Portugal.
Italy?
Italy.
Yeah.
There's the obvious one.
Right.
Italy, they've got 4.
Because I was there when they won the World Cup. It was how I didn't say Italy to begin with.
Yeah, their last one, 06.
Yeah, we were there, and I'll never forget being in Rome on a city bus.
That's
they
amazing.
win the World Cup, and the guy just gets off the bus and leaves the whole. See ya.
And then the last one, they've won 2. The last one was 1950.
Go ahead.
Uruguay.
No, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Uruguay. So there it is.
So do we have a first-time winner this year?
I think.
Boy, it doesn't seem like it.
I think the Netherlands are the only team, and he mentioned that's a tier 2 team that could make it.
But that goes back to
we need more parity in the World Cup.
And I think it was. I want to say it was 2018. Would that have been a World Cup? 19, 20, 22,
2018. Yep.
I think 18. The Netherlands lost to Spain in the final.
Yeah, because they've made the finals now 3 times. I don't think it's the last.
That Netherlands team was sick, dude. They had Robin van Persie. They had Ian Robin.
Their jerseys are great.
Oh, yeah,
their hair is
orange.
amazing.
Yeah.
No, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for the Netherlands. I also like really good defense in any sport, but especially soccer for whatever reason. That gets me going. So I've heard, I know nothing, but from a guy who knows more, including Jamie Watson, mentioned England's defense. So I'm excited to watch England on defense as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody says KU and Johnson County Community College baseball teams have.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, combine both of them. Yeah, I love it. Good call.
And then we have Argentina is ranked world number 1, actually.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah. Somebody says, Bob, France in a group of death. They could potentially, although highly unlikely, not make it out of group, and they're the 3rd team to come out of group. Out of the group, they would have to play the number 1 team out of another group.
Yeah, they've got Norway and Senegal, who are both solid teams, and then Iraq, who I've heard is, again, just from one podcast, who a bottom 3 team. But yeah, Senegal and Norway in their group.
Who's in? Do you have all the groups up?
I can get them.
Yeah, I've got them up
Okay,
here.
what's Spain's group? Because Spain's like this is what Scott Parks has told me. So he's the one that's beyond the pitch that did the podcast, him and Rob Brenton. He said Spain is going to surprise people because they're young and talented.
Oh, my God. They're in with, I mean, come on.
Yeah, they don't mention the teams if that's that bad.
No, I'm going to because I've never heard of this team.
Ahead of them.
Cabo Verde?
Oh.
That sounds like something I order at Abelardo's.
I mean, Cabo Verde.
CABO.
Space Verde. Yeah. Yeah. Like Cabo Wabo, but it's Cabo Verde.
Country in Africa.
Wow, I've never heard of them before. That's cool. New country. Cool.
Yeah, a
All
little over
right.
500,000 is the population.
I've never heard of that country
it looks
before.
Beautiful. They've got mountains and ocean. It's an island.
Where? Oh, it's an island.
It's an island.
Where?
Oh my
Like
God,
South
this looks
Africa?
incredible. Let me pull up on a map.
No wonder nobody wants to play soccer. They just want to be in paradise.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Off the coast of West Africa.
Oh my God!
Yeah, this is.
Is that where you're going with the wife next
that'll
vacation?
be. I mean, that'll be the next one,
Seriously.
right? Holy cow!
Wow.
Look at this place.
It's amazing.
Off the coast of Senegal.
Yeah,
And
there
see,
it is.
this is what the World Cup provides.
Yeah,
we are now Freddie, but not being able to drive to everything.
I'll be honest with you. Zoom out twice on that map, okay? And where Cabo Verde is, you could see Puerto Rico. It's not far from Puerto Rico at all.
Wow, you're right. Yeah.
Look at that. Now, it probably is, but it's not like I'm looking at that. I'm like, I didn't realize how close Africa truly was to South America either on this one. That's great. Cabo Verde out in the middle of it. You'd call it the Caribbean if it was on our side of the globe. But I mean, wow, like on the same kind of longitude, or I guess that would be latitude as Barbados.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Good for them.
Yeah, how about that? I never heard of that country before. And then Saudi Arabia and Uruguay are in Group H with Spain.
Okay.
France has Senegal, Iraq, and Norway.
Okay. Which is what Mac had mentioned. And then who's Brazil's group?
Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland.
That could be an interesting group.
Be a good group.
I'm rooting for Scotland in this. I mean, are you guys following the Scottish takeover in Boston right now? I mean, some guy just tweeted out, he goes, I'm walking out, it's 8 a.m. They're out there drinking and they offered me a beer and I'm like, I got to go to work.
Oh, skip it.
The Scottish are playing bagpipes at 6:30 in the neighborhood. They're having beers at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, there's probably a Karen. I shouldn't say I guarantee you there's no one. But if you're up there complaining about that, then you should take a vacation out of the United States this month.
It's not a lawnmower. It's a bagpipe.
It's a bagpipe.
Like,
It could be worse, though. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, you can't complain about this kind of stuff. This is what the World Cup is all about. I love these stories of the Scottish out front of their Airbnb playing bagpipes and drinking beer. I'm going to root for Scotland.
I love it. Scotland next to the United States, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Every song sounds the same from Tech Nine.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Got so much music.
Yeah.
I would actually argue that the exact opposite of that.
Okay. I mean, Einstein's a banger.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. No, I get people not liking his style, though.
It's fine. It's like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, not for everyone.
Yeah. I respect the hell out of the Beastie
exactly.
Boys.
Still
and I
respect
respect the hell out of Tech Nine. It's just like,
Yep.
not my jam.
Speed rap,
But
yeah.
music is it's just so diverse. Everybody has, talk about hills to die on in sports.
Yeah.
Music hills.
Music
and people,
hills.
The Beatles are overrated. Whoa, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you get that all the time. Or
Yeah, my brother Sean did that hill pretty early on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Beatles are way overrated, not that good. That
Let
was
me
his
ask,
hill, right?
can I ask you this question? Does your dad play the Beatles all the time growing
Mom
up?
did.
Though? Your mom did. There you go.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I had that take, because our parents played it constantly.
I knew there was somebody I knew that I forgot about that.
And constantly played the Beatles, and you just get ingrained, and it's like enough is enough of something.
I remember my dad and I driving to the lake with my buddy Chuck, and my dad's obsessed with Jimmy Buffett. And he's like, do you guys enjoy Jimmy Buffett? And my buddy goes, yeah, he's pretty good for easy listening. And I mean, you'd have thought my dad jackknifed the Explorer.
Well, he is kind of easy listening music,
I couldn't
though.
debate it.
He's not hard rock.
He just goes, yeah, it's good for easy listening.
Yeah, it is. It's easy listening music. It's not hard rock.
Mother Ocean.
I mean, Come Monday, you're not playing that on the Rock. 98.9 The Rock now with Jimmy Buffett's Come Monday.
I think it was more so like classified. He didn't like it because he was just like, I don't know. He's just, it was one of the funniest moments of my life. He said he's good
for easy listening.
He's good for easy listening. Excuse me? And then the stats come.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you
we've
know
got
that Jimmy
stats.
Buffett in 1978?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's great. He got started like in Key West. Yeah, thank you. Played at dive bars.
Yeah, we get it.
Yep. I do love me some Jimmy. R.I.P. I lost him too soon. Not Jimmy Buffett, who gets a lot of awards and deservingly so. We can hate this guy all we want. I don't like him as a human being or a football coach, but the extension that Sean Payton got yesterday is very well deserved.
No doubt.
8 wins, 10 wins, 14 wins. Playoffs, right? Back-to-back years. Got to the AFC Championship game. You have to reward that. Now, from what we've seen from Sean Payton, once he gets his guy and doesn't screw it up, then he kind of gets his system. I'm not saying that he's Andy Reid and Mahomes, but he and Bo Nix, this is a big pivotal year for me because of how last year ended. We went on for a week calling this guy the Richard of the Week because he's exposing injuries that have happened in the past to Bo Nix. And then Bo Nix is like, well, I really wish he wouldn't have, brought that up, which maybe we kind of blew that a little bit out of proportion. And maybe that's just, taking quotes that we hear and not knowing the actual, what's going on between the two. But I am interested to know that it took 3 years for Denver to be convinced. And I will say that he did a very, very good job managing that team after where they were with the Russell Wilson contract. Because I always go back to his first year as the coach when it was going sour quick. And I think if I go back and repolish that might have been more of a Russell Wilson issue than it was a Sean Payton issue. Because if you remember that first preseason game they played Arizona. And this is just, my memory being weird. He left Russell Wilson in preseason game 1 against Arizona until the 2-minute warning. In preseason game 1, where it's like, you hear Andy Reid every year, we get it again this year. Yeah, the starters going to play first quarter. Yeah, they're going to play in the first quarter for a drive, and then they're not going to play again. And then we found out, Russell Wilson had, music limitations that you couldn't play. He had his own, private office. It just kind of bizarre. Moved on from them, drafted Bo Nix, who a lot of people said this was a mistake at quarterback to draft out of college because he was older, he was in Oregon, he was in Auburn, what's he going to be? They gave him the contract that I think he deserves, and he'll be there until 2030. That's what Denver's doing. They're investing in Sean Payton. And the two things that are the hardest thing to do in football is to find your future in quarterback and to find a sustainable coach.
And come up with a new logo. Yeah. But yeah, it's the right move, though, if you're Denver.
Yeah, you can hate it all you want. Now the question is, will he outlast Andy Reid as a head coach?
I don't know. I'd like to say
Reds is 29?
29 is his last year. Well, last year of his current contract.
Until he signs a 2-year extension.
Right. Move that money out under the cap so we can sign more coaches. But
sidebar, does that count against the cap?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I'd like to say Andy outlasts him. I really would. But I don't know, just being 68 years old. But again, if they're winning and they're going back to the Super Bowl and they're still getting championships and Andy's getting, what did you say, Mac, earlier, 48 wins away from tying Don Shula all time, or 48? Either way, it's about 48 wins. That's 12 wins a year over the next 4 years.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be very tough. And so let's say they get 10 or 11 wins a year for the next 4 years, and Andy Reid is this close. He's coming back for one more year in 2030, because I'm going to say right now, I'll go out on a limb and say Andy will not get those 48 wins in the next 4 years. That's 12 wins a year. That's a lot now in this day and age in the NFL. 17-0 would help a lot. I promise you that. And then 20-0 running through the playoffs would help a lot as well. Get 20 wins stacked up. But
that's true. We're not counting playoffs. You're right. No, there's playoffs.
Yeah, does that count though? They do count. Okay, that's why I sighed. I'm like, I don't know if they count in total wins.
Yeah, I was doing that same thing though, Bob. But you mentioned playoffs, so you're right. So it could happen in 4 years because of playoffs.
Because of playoffs.
Okay,
yes.
that's good.
Okay, because of playoffs. So you're probably looking at a 10 to 11 regular season win every year, because you can't count on going to the Super Bowl every single year, right? And so you're hoping maybe there's a couple of wild card games in there that you win, and then a couple of division round games that you win as well to kind of, pad that resume. It's going to be down to the finish line, really, Mac, when you think about it. We're going down to the finish line. 48 wins to go, 4 years to do it, an average of 12 per year. You know what? That needs to be the goal of this franchise, to make sure that this team gets you 12 wins per year for the next 4 years, so Andy Reid can walk away if he wants to after this contract as the winningest coach all time in NFL history.
Can I ask you guys this? Does Andy Reid open the new stadium as a head coach?
2031? I mean,
he's going to outlast Sean 2030. You would think.
Yeah, I want to say yes. I do, but It's hard to. His health is great. Just because he's older doesn't mean he has to walk away. Belichick's still doing it in his 70s.
It's going great.
Yeah.
It's going
That's
swimmingly.
a completely different career now, though, for Belichick. College is completely different from what the NFL is, So,
and it wasn't going great in the NFL.
No, it wasn't at the
either.
end. But also, too, I don't view, we'll know a lot more this year, but I don't view Andy Reid as this arrogant guy like Bill Belichick was. Like, Andy Reid is not giving up on Patrick Mahomes because he thinks he's the reason, like Belichick did with Tom Brady.
I'll say in a weird way that I hope it isn't Andy Reid into the new stadium. I would like, as a fan, to have a new stadium and then have a new coach and have a new regime here. Like, let's start something different. Let's go. In 5 years, he'll be 73. He'll be turning 74.
That's old.
That's really old.
That is now.
That's getting up there. And it's just for his sake, for our sake, like, let's start anew. I hope these next 4 seasons go amazing. And I hope there's at least one, if not 2 Super Bowl wins there.
Yeah.
And it can kind of secure his legacy. But yeah, I think for Big Red and for the Chiefs, I think it'd be the best for everyone that we find his successor by that time.
It would be fun to do that. Yeah, you're right. Up at that age, you want him here closing out Arrowhead, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would love for the last game to be him.
They have to extend him one more year.
Let's do one more season. Last game in Arrowhead, Andy Reid.
Right.
And
Yeah, what's the cooler story? He closes out Arrowhead or he opens up the new one?
Closes out.
Gotta be, right?
I think closes out.
Closes out at the AFC Championship game, as we've talked about.
Against Cincinnati.
Winning.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Josh Allen.
What do you think those tickets for the final game at Arrowhead will be more than what people are paying for the World Cup?
No, the World Cup's obscene.
Now, if you ask first game of the new stadium in World Cup, then
that would be just face value.
And that's going to be nuts.
Where would you rather be? First game of the new or the last game at Arrowhead? I'd rather be at the last game at Arrowhead.
Because I'm taking the seat.
Yeah, I would rather be at the last game at Arrowhead because it's the last game at Arrowhead. So I feel like people are going to spend a lot of money to make sure that they're in that game.
I can tell you right now, when they have the last game at Kauffman Stadium, I will be there and I will cry.
Yeah, I think that's
That is
fair.
my home away
a
from
lot
home.
of people.
Like I will look very similar to Bobby Witt Jr. when he watched the Yankees win the ALDS. I will stay there until somebody comes down and says, "Hey man, you got to go." Just so much has happened there, and like it's the same at Arrowhead. Like if I went to Arrowhead last game, I would cry. I don't care if I'm shamed for that. Like that's a special place for me as the K.
I don't think anybody's going to leave Arrowhead after the last game. I think it's going to be like Madison Square Garden the other night, and I'm not kidding about that. I think that whatever game it is, whether it's the AFC Championship game, no, I think inside the stadium. I don't think people are going to want to leave because the last time you walk out that tunnel, that's the last time you're walking out that tunnel. There's no going back. You're never going to be inside that stadium again in your life. The minute you walk out, that era is done. It is over. And we know how many people, not just in the last decade when this team has been good, but since this franchise has come here, how many people have made that their Sunday home, and how many people have been season ticket holders, and how many people have seen so many things happen at that stadium and watched their kids grow up going to Chiefs games and doing all that kind of stuff. That last game at Arrowhead, regardless of whether it's a regular season game or a postseason game, I think is going to be an insane scene because it's going to be cold because it's going to be wintertime. I got the image of it nighttime. The lights are on. There's confetti going all over. Your tears are freezing. And you're just standing there with that last beer looking out at that field, and you got your arm around your buddy or your wife or your kids or whoever you went to that game with, and you hug them close and you go, this was great. This was memories. This was so much fun. I don't want this to end. But it is ending, and then we start anew, and you leave Arrowhead, and you will get emotional, and you should get emotional because of what that stadium has provided for so many of us, even going back to the Marty years, for all of us old people, when this franchise was nothing, and Marty and Carl came in and turned this whole thing around and made Arrowhead the place to be. Yeah, man, I just got emotional talking about it. Damn, that last game at Arrowhead is going to be an emotional mess for a lot of people.
Yeah. Somebody says Arrowhead is my main source of memories of my dad. I could say the same thing about Kauffman Stadium. I think that's what's crazy about it is you were probably there for a World Series game or a playoff game at Arrowhead, but it's like who you were there with and why you were there with them.
Yep.
And I think that's the joy of it all. And it's just mind-blowing to me that we're having this conversation about good things coming to an end, but they always do. Nelly Furtado told us that once. Coming up next, it's Richard of the Week here on 96.5 The Fan, your home, Kansas City Sports.
Fesco and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed. Well, that sucks.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5, The Fan.
If the high cost of filling up is weighing you down, lighten your load at Hy-Vee. This Saturday and Sunday, get a 30-cent per gallon fuel discount with every $60 purchase. Stock up on groceries and stack up the fuel savings. Earn 30 cents per gallon with your $60 purchase. 60 cents per gallon with a $120 purchase. The more you spend, the more you'll save. Your next fill-up could be free. Don't miss the 2-day Fuel Saver event this weekend only at Hy-Vee.
Soccer Fever is in Kansas City, and Hy-Vee is your headquarters for official merchandise, apparel, tailgate, and watch party needs. And Hy-Vee makes game day so easy. They have ready-to-go wings, pizza, party trays, charcuterie, and, of course, all those delicious sweet treats. If you're planning a cookout, great. Hy-Vee's special recipe brats, burgers, and steaks are the best. Check out their match day meat bundle for only $30. And don't forget about Hy-Vee's wine and spirits department. For all of your game day needs, count on Hy-Vee.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit trulyhardseltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic, and I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle? Ah, thanks for noticing. Catchy, right? No. Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. There's only one Ozempic. I told you it was catchy.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Here's a World Soccer Championship preview.
Brought to you by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. And by the first ever Infinity QX65. The USA takes on a tricky but injury-plagued Paraguay team in Los Angeles to open play in Group D. The USA looked improved in pre-tournament friendlies against Senegal and Germany, but now faces World Cup pressure for the first time. Paraguay is in the tournament for the first time in 16 years. They made a run to the quarterfinals in their last appearance in 2010. I'm Mike Conti.
Hope you've all had a great week. Hope you all have a great weekend. Looks like it could be a little rainy tomorrow, but today looks like it might be perfect. Might be your perfect last spring day, right? Summer's always just shows up and doesn't leave for about 2.5 months. Still pretty green out there from all the rain, but today a high of 84. Lovely weather for a baseball game. Can't wait to get out there tonight, 7:10 first pitch. See if Jack Caglione can continue to ride the hot wave as he has been fantastic to watch. Hitting fourth now, leading the team in batting average and many other statistics. Tied for the team lead in home runs. So love to see that. But now we get to get into our Richards of the Week.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy. Hold me.
Richard of the Week.
That's right. Never like to see your name come up on one of these lists. That means you've done something that people just don't respect you for. Mac brought it up in one word earlier. If you missed it, I'm sorry. Go back and listen to the show. Well, my Richard of the Week this week is Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson is no longer welcome at a fancy San Diego golf course after being accused of making unwanted contact with a female employee earlier this year. The alleged incident, reported by Golf Digest, is said to have gone down earlier this year at the course's clubhouse. The six-time major champion is accused of approaching a female employee and making non-consensual and inappropriate physical contact with her. According to the report, the woman went to her bosses, and the club immediately launched an investigation. When the 55-year-old golf legend returned to the course, he was confronted and told to vacate the premises, which he did before completing his round. Good. Glad you get to finish your round, Phil, you weirdo.
God.
Also,
just disgusting.
Also,
terrible.
I believe Phil left his wife right after she was diagnosed with cancer. I believe that was him. I could be wrong. I don't want to make up anything.
There was somebody else I know that did that, but I'm not going to say that on the air. But
right.
I mean, especially if they didn't. I mean,
but he's never really been somebody that I've enjoyed. But yeah, his wife had breast cancer. She was diagnosed in May of 29. And then Phil Mickelson has this thing going on, and he's just not. He's got gambling debt. He's always kind of been that guy on the course. He's always kind of been this, like, not a huge fan of his. But this, like, being, like, 55 in a clubhouse and, like, undesired and going up there and, like, it's like the, what was that guy's name? Urban Meyer when he was in that bar. And I don't think she was mad about it, but he was still, like, you just don't touch people, right?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like, you know, even if you see, like, a guy out that you know, let alone a female, you don't go to him, like, grab a shoulder. Hey, dude, good to see. Hey. Space. Leave it open. So, yeah, not a big fan of that. And Phil Mickelson, you get Dusty like it's Richard of the Week.
Mac, who you got?
Yeah, it's just ego.
That's exactly what it is. I'm just going to give a quick sidebar. My daughter, as we talked about with the car wreck, right? And I said to my wife yesterday, I said, we're going to make her contribute to this. A certain percentage each month of her paycheck is going to go back to us for this car. And my wife's like, yeah, she's not going to have an opportunity. I go, she's going to work. She's got to learn responsibility in this one. This is going to be a teach your responsibility moment because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about athletes. We let these guys get away with everything, and then they end up doing stuff you can't, help them get out of. Phil Mickelson or whoever the case may be. They continue to push the envelope. And so for me, I'm like, yeah, my daughter's going to help pay for this car. We're going to find a way. She'll work, where she's working and do her thing and give us a couple of bucks each month. But I'm going to teach her responsibility so she understands and now has an ownership stake in this car as well. So, I mean, you got to do the right things. And Phil Mickelson doing this kind of stuff, man, what a scumbag. Yeah. So he should have been punished years ago for his behavior.
Yeah, he just thinks he can keep on
and if you don't,
doing it.
Yeah, exactly, because nobody's ever held the guy accountable. And so if you don't take this membership away from him, he's going to think it's okay and do it again.
And that's going to lead to other people doing it. Well, Phil did it.
Yeah.
Phil got away with it. Well, you're not Phil Mickelson. Oh, now there's levels.
Right, exactly. No, great move by the club to boot this guy.
Yeah. I got 8 holes left. You okay? No, get out of here.
I heard they did it right on the course.
Oh, yeah.
Is that true? I heard they walked out there on the course and basically stripped him of his membership on hole 7 or something. So. I hope they embarrassed the hell out of him out there.
Yeah, there's no space for that. Same thing with no space for Texas Tech. That's my Richard of the week. Similar to, using something as a shield, using something as a prop, whether that be your social status or using mental health as something to where you can victimize other people and make us feel bad and guilty for wanting consequences for your actions. Texas Tech is now propping up mental health and addiction as a reason that, that's why Sorsby, he's got a problem. We know. We understand. That doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want. Right? If I had anger issues, I can't just go scream at you. Yeah, well, I've got anger issues that I'm dealing with. Yeah, you've got to deal with that. The rest of society doesn't have to deal with that. Taylor Tomlinson, great comic. She's got a special on Netflix where she talks about mental health, all these things, and letting it be others people's issues. It's your problem. You have to put on your floaties if you're going to go sweep in the deep end. That is society. And Britton Sorsby, young adult, still an adult, and I do feel for him and whatever's going on in his diagnosis as being a gambling addict. If you want to help him, it's getting him away and actually getting him treatment. And Texas Tech, screw you, get bent.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing what they're doing, and their behavior, I think, could eventually bring down college football. I think this is what it's going to be, that ultimately, what did in college football, somebody will ask in 30 years ago, well, there's this Brandon Sorsby kid who Texas Tech felt the need to play. Again, he wasn't even on your team last year. No. And the way that they are defending this guy and trying to, they're basically showing everybody how wrong they are, but trying to prove themselves right. And every time they speak, it looks worse and worse for Texas Tech. For me, I'm going to go with this story, and I'm going to blame society on this one and the state of Florida, because this guy, Ronald Clark Willard, has now been found guilty of his 8th DUI.
Wow. You said 8?
That's what I said, Dusty. 8th DUI.
Good.
This guy has been out on the road still driving. Once you get to a certain number of DUIs, maybe it's 3. We'll go with baseball. 3 strikes, you're out.
Should be 1.
It should be. You're absolutely. And there's a woman today that I just retweeted. She's trying to get a law passed nationwide, and she's from Missouri. And I love this law. If you kill a parent while you're drunk driving, now you're going to owe child support. Oh. I love that law. Yeah. I think that law is wonderful. Good. There are enough fail-safes out there to not drive drunk or high anymore, right? You got Uber, you got Lyft, you got taxis. Even in Kansas City, it's a touch of a button on your phone.
You probably have a sober friend.
Probably, or a sober friend or somebody. This guy's, obviously, he's got issues too. If you're getting 8 DUIs, he should be in jail for the rest of his life. And the reason I say that is because he is an endangerment. And I think even if you get 3 DUIs, maybe you should be in jail for the rest of your life, because it's not about you anymore. When you drink and drive, I don't give a rip what happens to you. If you hit a tree and die, that's on you for getting behind the car. It's everybody else's life that you are putting in danger when you get behind the wheel. And so the Richard of the week is society. For us really not punishing habitual DUI offenders more than we do. Nobody on earth should be allowed to be in a position to have 8 DUIs. You're putting everybody at risk when you allow these losers to drive around town and don't put them in jail. We gave you the opportunity, sir. We've tried. You are now a menace to society, and you'll get 3 hots and a cot for the rest of your life.
Somebody says in Canada, you get 3, you lose your license for life.
Good. But that doesn't stop people from driving, you know?
Yeah. No, that's true. But
these people still get behind the wheel, you know?
It's fair. Call your friends.
And I'll say punishing, as well, and as help. It's the same thing with Texas Tech. That guy needs help.
Well, sure he does.
That guy has a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jail's a good spot for him, because we'll have a problem if he's out wandering the streets, too.
Jail and rehab, yeah.
Yeah.
Go do something nice for somebody. You got the entire weekend, but you could get started today. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City. Stay kind, stay safe, and stay groovy. Coming up next, it's Cody, Gold, and Drew from 10 to 2. C-Dot from 2 to 6. And Vern at 6 p.m. as your Royals get started with a 3-game set against the Astros. Go sweep the Stros. Go take over the MVP, Bobby. Go stay hot, Jack Caglione. We'll see you tonight, Kauffman Stadium. We'll talk to you on Monday.
You're listening to Bob Fesco.
I'm surprised nobody